A service of KIVMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
In just a moment, Suspense with Edward G. Robinson.
Boy, have I got the hiccups.
I'll say you have. And the way you're sputtering, you sound like a car that needs a set of new Autolite spark plugs.
Now, Hap, it isn't funny. Billy, have you tried drinking a glass of water while you hold your breath?
Mom, I'm so full of water now, I feel like an Autolite stay full battery.
Never take anything seriously.
Maybe what Billy needs is a hiccup. I mean a checkup at an Autolite ignition service station.
It might help if I could get my mind on something else.
Say, I know what'll make you forget those hiccups and give you a bunch of thrills to boot. Switch to Autolite, Mary. It's time for Suspense.
Suspense. Autolite and its 60,000 dealers and service stations bring you radio's outstanding theater of thrills. Starring tonight, Mr. Edward G. Robinson in Anton Leader's production of The Man Who Wanted to Be Edward G. Robinson. A tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
I'm making this statement in accordance with a promise to a very dear friend. It's a complete statement in every detail, even including those matters which are to me personally most incriminating. Because my trust in my friend is such that I haven't the slightest concern on that score, or any other. What follows concerns primarily two persons. Myself, Homer J. Hubbard, and my wife, Ada Sampsey Hubbard. Even when I was courting Ada, I was aware that hers was a strong and domineering personality, to say the least. And after we were married, well, at first I put up with Ada's constant nagging and petty persecutions as best I could. I put up with them for 20 long years. It wasn't until a memorable evening a little over a year ago that the first dim outlines of an escape and finally a plan began to take shape in my mind. You see, I never was much of a one for movies, but Ada and I had gone to see a picture called Little Caesar. It was a reissue, I think they call it, with an actor in it whom I never even heard of before.
Oh, so you thought you ran on me, huh? Well, get this. Nobody rats on Little Caesar, see?
The moment I saw that face on the screen, the minute I heard that voice, the world of reality around me simply ceased to exist. I lived that picture. I was Little Caesar. I was Edward G. Robinson. I was dimly conscious that my voice was like his, that even my face without my spectacles and with my hair parted differently might have been mistaken for his, but it was more than that. It was his personality that fascinated me, and that I assumed. Calm, assured, tough. Kind of a man who made people do what he wanted done, the way he wanted it done. Walking out of the movie theater afterward, I knew something had happened that was going to change my whole life.
Well, there's a man.
Yes.
Caesar, they call him, and well they may.
Yes.
And that Edward G. Robinson, I'll wager he's no Caspar Milk Toast Caesar.
Yes, dear.
Is that all you have to say?
Well,
yes, dear. What does it take to arouse a little enthusiasm in you, anyway?
Well,
Here you've seen a fine performance. A picture that'd get anybody in the world excited. And all you can say is, yes, dear. Mm-hmm. I wish you were half the man that Robinson is.
But from that moment, I no longer really cared what Ada wished or thought. I'd begun my escape into a dream world of my own making. A world in which I was Edward G. Robinson. As the weeks went by, I began to identify myself with him more and more. I imagined myself in countless dangerous situations, and when no one was looking, I imitated him and I affected his mannerisms. I would start daydreaming at my desk, wondering what the other people in the office would think if I suddenly exposed this hidden side of my personality.
Okay, everybody. Stay where you are. Will you? Hold your hands over your head.
What is this?
I don't want any monkey business, see? Now stand back there, Ryan.
What?
Any funny stuff from you, and I'll let you have it.
Hubbard, this is preposterous. What do you mean by such behavior? Is this your idea of a joke?
You'll see whether it's a joke or not if you make one false move. This isn't a water pistol I'm holding here, you know.
Hubbard, you're fired. Leave this office immediately.
Well, I'm getting out all right, but I'm not fired, see? I'm leaving well-heeled, and that's where you come in, Mr. Ryan.
Oh, please, Hubbard, be reasonable.
Now, shut up and do what I tell you. Give your hands up in the air, will you? Walk over to that safe. Open it up. Get all the money out of it and put it right here on the desk in front of me. Now, get moving. I don't want to have any trouble with you, Ryan. I'm going to count 3, and if you're not moving when I finish, you'll never move again, see? 1, 2...
Hubbard.
Huh?
What are you doing daydreaming?
Oh.
Better get busy. I shall be forced to report you to Mr. Pemberton again.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, Mr. Ryan. I'm terribly sorry. I can't understand what could have come over me. Well, that's the way it went. At the office, walking down the street, riding home on the bus. My life, outwardly calm and well-ordered, possibly even dull, was actually 24 hours of harrowing adventure, with myself as the central figure. I saw every Edward G. Robinson picture that came out. It was the day after seeing Key Largo for the 3rd time that Ada finally caught me. I was lathering my face and talking to myself.
Okay, rats, you asked for it. You don't come out and say we've come in and get you, see? And we're coming in shooting, see? What's that? Oh, yeah? Well, only a dirty yellow rat would say that. Okay, boys, let him have it.
Well, I never. Of all the full performances I ever heard of, this beats everything.
Yeah.
What in the world are you jabbering about in here?
Well, it's really nothing, dear Ada. I was just sort of trying to imitate Edward G. Robinson.
You were... what? Edward G. Robinson?
Yeah.
Oh, that's rich. You trying to imitate Edward G. Robinson? Don't stop. Don't let me interrupt the performance, Mr. Movie Star. Come on. Do your act for me.
Well, dear, I don't see anything so funny about it.
Oh, maybe you don't, but you're the only person in the world who wants Oh, my. Well, I'll leave you to your rehearsing. Why don't you imitate Eddie Bracken or Margaret O'Brien? I think you'll find it easier.
It was right then that I decided to kill her.
For suspense, Autolite is bringing you Mr. Edward G. Robinson in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Say, Mary, looks like Billy's all over those hiccups, thanks to Edward G. Robinson and Suspense.
Don't mention hiccups again. He might get him back. Let's switch his mind to something else.
Well, you know how he is about anything Autolite makes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's listen to Frank Martin. That'll do the trick.
Friends, money can't buy better electrical equipment for your car than Autolite. And here's why. In the first place, Autolite is the world's largest independent manufacturer of automotive electrical equipment. Original factory equipment for many of the finest cars and trucks in America. In its 26 nationwide plants, Autolite manufactures distributors, generators, starting motors, spark plugs, batteries, wire, not to mention such things as bumpers, die castings, horns, instruments and gauges, lights, ornamental plastics, and over 400 other products. What's more, Autolite service stations all over the country are staffed with trained men and specialized machines to give your car the best possible electrical service. So, friends, when your car's electrical equipment needs attention, drive into your nearest Autolite service station or the dealer who sells your make of car and ask for original factory parts and service.
Remember, Autolite service stations are listed in your classified telephone directory under Automotive Electrical Equipment.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage Mr. Edward G. Robinson in The Man Who Wanted to Be Edward G. Robinson. A tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
I might have decided to have Missy on there if she'd only let me alone. But Ada could never leave anyone alone. She ridiculed me at home and in front of our friends. Sometimes she'd let a few weeks go by without saying anything, and I would think that perhaps she had forgotten. No, Ada never forgot. She would wait until we were in a group of people, and then she would come out with it.
Well, my dear, you mean I haven't told you about Homer's dream world?
No.
He thinks he's Edward G. Robinson.
Edward? Oh, no.
Do tell us, Mr. Homer G. Robinson, when do you think you'll be getting your next contract from Hollywood?
Oh, you folks have got Homer all wrong. He's a killer at heart. Just a cold-blooded killer.
I want to buy a gun.
Yes, sir. What kind of a gun?
I don't know much about guns, but that one looks all right.
Oh, yes. It's a nice little gun.
Yes, isn't it?
2850.
Do I have to have a license?
Oh, not unless you're going to carry it on your person.
Oh.
Otherwise, we just register it for the police records under your name.
Oh, yeah.
What's the name?
Edward G. Robinson.
I beg your pardon.
You heard me, Mug. Edward G. Robinson. See?
I had made my plans very carefully. My plan was that her murder would look like suicide. It would be a night when the moon was full, so that I could see a head on the pillow and aim carefully. I would fire the shot through the temple, quickly wipe my fingerprints from the handle of the gun, and then push it into her hand. And as the shocked and bereaved husband, I would call Dr. Wallace. The police wouldn't come until later, and when they did, I would be ready for them. I was so busy laying my plans that I hadn't been reading the papers and had to be told the big news.
Homer? Oh, I beg your pardon. Mr. Robinson.
Please.
Would you mind passing the spinach? That is, if you're not too preoccupied with planning your next murder.
Oh, please, Ada.
Yeah, held up any banks lately, Homer?
Here you are, dear.
Oh, say, that reminds me, all kidding aside. Did you know that he's going to be here next week?
Who?
Edward G. Robinson. What? He's going to address the hobbyist convention.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I'd like to hear him.
I would, too. Oh, I'd love to see what a real He-Man is like. Not just a poor imitation.
We went. And at first, it was the most terrible disappointment of my life. Because he wasn't tough or hard-boiled or anything like it. He seemed to be a mild-mannered little fellow, a little shy, almost like me. He talked about orchids and modern art. They were his hobbies, he said, raising orchids and collecting paintings, modern paintings. Yes, but as the lecture went on, I began to understand. By the time it was over, I knew.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, I consider myself twice blessed. Every man is blessed who has a hobby, but I am among the fortunate few who have two hobbies. And as the fellow said, whose fiancée had a twin sister, I love them both. Thank you very much.
Later that evening, I made an excuse to get away from Ada and went down to the hotel where I knew Mr. Robinson was staying. I bribed the bellboy $1.75 to tell me which was his room. I went down the hall and knocked at the door of 708.
Yeah?
The Western Union.
Come on in. Just put it on the... Well, say, Western Union dresses their boys up pretty snappy in this town, don't they?
I must apologize for adopting the subterfuge, Mr. Robinson, but I have something of the utmost importance to discuss with you, and I was afraid you might not see me since, well, we've never been formally introduced.
Formally introduced? Why, that's all right. What is it, autograph?
I'm afraid it's something a good deal more serious than that, Mr. Robinson.
Yeah? Well, you caught me right in the middle of shaving, as you see, but if you don't mind my finishing the job while you talk, why, come right along inside. Tell me all about it.
Thank you.
Well, now, what's on your mind?
Well, Mr. Robinson, I have a problem, and I feel you are the person best fitted in the world to tell me what to do.
That's so. Well, what is the problem?
Mr. Robinson, suppose, of course, this is purely hypothetical, but suppose you were going to kill somebody.
Kill somebody? Yes,
in your own home, somebody who's, shall we say, related to you.
Yeah, now, hold on a minute, Mr.
Hubbard. Homer J. Hubbard.
Yeah, Mr. Hubbard. I may look like a bad guy on the screen, but when I'm not working, I'm just a plain, peace-loving citizen like anybody else.
You can fool people like that audience tonight with all that talk about orchids and modern art, and it was very good, and I quite understand why you do it. A man in your position must have a front, of course, but you didn't fool me.
I didn't, huh?
Well, I know, rather, I knew I could come to you and be perfectly frank.
Yeah, about what?
About the murder.
About the what?
Well, look at me, Mr. Robinson. I'm a shy, inhibited, weak, utterly ineffectual person. I've none of your assurance, your hardness, your ability to cope with any situation in a direct, ruthless way.
Yeah?
Well, how many times I wished I had, because for 20 years my life has been made horribly, unbearably miserable by one person. My wife.
Oh, so that's the way it is.
Yes. For years I bore it as best I could. And then one day I thought, how would you have coped with it? And of course I knew at once you would kill her.
Yeah, now, wait a minute. Are you kidding me?
Oh, no, Mr. Robinson. I wouldn't think of such a thing. Look here. I've even secured a gun to do it with.
Hey, yeah, here, you better give me that. No, don't point it. Hand it to me by the barrel. Here.
I'll put it over here. Safer, you know. Yeah, I must admit I know very little about firearms, and they're quite distasteful to me.
Yes, you and me both.
You, Mr. Robinson?
Well, I mean, small arms like that. Of course, Tommy gun, that's different. That's the only thing to use.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. But I didn't know where to get a Tommy gun. I was afraid even if I did, I'd never master the art of using it.
Yeah, well, now you want to kill your wife, is that it? You want me to help you?
If you would, Mr. Robinson, if you could spare the time, I can't tell you how grateful I'd be.
Yeah, well, you know, Mr. Hubbard, you look like a pretty nice little guy. Wife must really be an old battle axe to have got you in a frame of mind like this. All right, now I'll tell you what I'll do. I will help you.
Oh, Mr. Robinson.
Yes, but it's got to be done my way, see? It's got to be done right. You got to plan these things. Yeah, now, take this gat, this little fleet, for instance, that you got over there. That's no kind of a rod to kill your wife with. Why, the caliber is all wrong. The ballistics would be all wrong. Things would be on your trail just like that. Now, I got a gat home that's perfect for the job. Get me? I've knocked off Orson Welles, Jimmy Cagg. Oh, I don't know how many guys with this. Now, the first thing when I get home, I'll send it to you parcel post, see?
Would you, Mr. Robinson?
Oh, sure. Now, when you get it, just lay low, see? Now, don't do a thing till you hear from me. I'll lay this thing out to some of my boys, and then I'll get in touch with you, okay?
Oh, yes, Mr. Robinson. I don't know how to thank you.
Forget it, pal. What's a little murder between friends?
I could scarcely maintain my composure in the 2 days that followed. The second day, sure enough, the gun arrived. It was a great, heavy thing, the kind that's referred to, I think, as an automatic. Remembering its history, I handled it with the utmost care and reverence. I hid it in the garage where I keep my pipe that Ada won't let me smoke in the house. It was the next afternoon, a Saturday, that the phone rang. I rushed into the bedroom to answer it and close the door after me so Ada wouldn't hear in case it was.
Hello, Homer.
Yes?
This is Eddie.
Eddie?
Yeah, you know, Eddie Robinson.
Oh, yes, Miss... Eddie.
You get that package I sent you?
Oh, yes, I got it.
Okay, but don't fool around with it, will you, until the time comes. Kind of tricky.
Oh, no, I won't.
Now, listen. The deadline is tomorrow night. Midnight, got it?
Yes?
Now, here's the layout. Tomorrow night, you go to bed, just as always, but have that gat handy and leave the front door open, see?
I understand.
Oh, say, wait a minute. I meant to ask you, is it safe to talk where you are?
Oh, yes. The phone's in the bedroom and the door is closed.
The bedroom, huh? That's swell. Well, now, listen. A little before midnight, you get up, see? When she's asleep, you take a spot just outside the bedroom door, see? Where you can keep an eye on her and on the front door, too, see?
Yes?
Well, at midnight, I'll contact you. We'll do your job and then make a quick getaway and you can hold up in the hideout until the heat's off. Get it? Tomorrow night, midnight.
I'll do everything just as you say, Eddie. I followed his instructions to the letter. Now, it seemed hours before Ada went to sleep that night. It seemed days until my watch finally crept around towards midnight. But at last, the time had come. I crept out of bed, got the gun out of my coat pocket, and took my position on the landing outside the bedroom door as he had told me to. And then suddenly the phone rang. The plan was ruined. Even Edward G. Robinson couldn't have foreseen this. I rushed back into the bedroom, hoping against hope that I could catch it before Ada woke up. But she already had the light on.
Homer! What in the world are you doing prowling around at this time of night with a gun in your hand?
Why, I thought I heard a burglar.
Burglar? When I've answered this phone, I want to talk to you, Homer Jeremiah Hubbard.
Yeah.
Hello? Yes. What? Oh.
What?
Homer, there is a burglar.
Is there?
Someone just saw him trying to get into the house.
Oh, are you sure?
Of course I am. A man just phoned that he saw the burglar. We don't just stand there.
No.
You've got a gun. Go on down and stop him.
Yes, but Ada...
Come on. Do you want us to be killed in our beds? No. Go on, I say.
Oh, Ada, why do you have to spoil everything? There was nothing to do but go. I crept down the stairs in the darkness. I knew what Edward G. Robinson would have done. He would have gone down and captured the burglar without the slightest trouble and turned him over to the police after giving him the beating he deserved. But somehow I didn't feel much like Edward G. Robinson just then. It was at that moment that the terrible thought occurred to me that maybe it wasn't a burglar. Maybe this was Edward G. Robinson. I had no time to pursue the thought further.
Let him have it!
Suddenly, there was a barrage of shots and a confused yelling of voices. In my terror, I suppose I was squeezing the trigger of my own gun. So it began jumping and slipping in my hand. I stepped on something, and the next thing I knew, I was tumbling headlong down the stairs, and that was the last I remember.
When I woke up, Ada was holding my head in her arms. She was crying. They made me stay in bed for a couple of days, but I really didn't mind. There were reporters to see me and take my picture for the paper, and all kinds of people. Even Mr. Ryan and Mr. Pemberton came to see me. And Ada? Well, Ada was simply a changed person. Nothing was too good for me. My slightest wish was literally her command. If the whole thing hadn't been an accident, if I planned it that way, it couldn't have turned out better. Then as the final climax that afternoon when the phone rang by my bed. Yes? Oh, yes. Eddie? You did, huh? Oh, nothing, really. Yes? Oh. Well, about that, things have changed. Oh, yes, they've changed quite a lot. And I don't think we'll have to go through with it. Yeah, that's right. Oh, sure, she's right here. Just a minute. Eddie wants to talk to you, Ada.
Eddie?
Yeah, Eddie Robinson. Quite a pal of mine.
You mean Edward G. Robinson?
Oh, yes. We had quite a little chat that night. He was in town after I left you. We got pretty chummy. Yeah, go on.
Hello? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Mr. Robinson. Oh, I know he is. Oh, I certainly will, Mr. Robinson. Yes, I know. I'm very lucky. All right, Mr. Robinson. Goodbye. Oh, Homer, he knew all about it. He'd seen it in the paper.
Yeah, so he said.
And he said you were a hero. A real hero. Bigger than any movie hero that ever was.
He did, huh?
Oh, Homer.
Well, if Eddie Robinson says I'm a hero, well, I guess maybe I am. Couldn't have turned out better, Eddie. You know how grateful I am. I'm a regular little Caesar around town now, and my married life is all I've ever wanted to be. Of course, there are some things about the whole thing that confuse me a little. It has even occurred to me, I'll confess, that you might have had more of a hand in it than was generally known, and that the gun you sent me might have contained blanks. I believe you called them, because in spite of all the shooting, there wasn't one bullet hole anywhere in the house. And the gun had disappeared, which confused the police somewhat, too, and the burglars might have been some of your boys playing a little joke. But I don't think you would do a thing like that to a pal, Eddie. Would you? I don't even think you would use the statement that you asked me to send you to hold over my head as a guarantee that I wouldn't try to kill Ada again. Now, not that I ever would. Yes, but even if you did all that, Eddie, I don't really mind. Because, as you might say yourself, what's a little joke between pals?
Thank you, Edward G. Robinson, for a splendid performance. Mr. Robinson will return in just a moment.
My, that was a wonderful performance, wasn't it, Hap?
Sure was. Oh, say, Billy, how are the hiccups?
Oh, gone, Dad. I think I lost them during Mr. Martin's last Autolite commercial.
Well, that's fine. Well, I guess it's time to... Oh, my gosh. Now I've got them. Mary, turn up Frank Martin again, quick.
Autolite original factory parts and Autolite service stations work as a team to help you maintain carefree, economical performance for your car. So, friends, when your car's electrical system needs attention, drive into your nearest Autolite service station or the dealer who sells your make of car and ask for original factory parts and Autolite service. Money can't buy better electrical equipment than Autolite. And remember, Autolite means spark plug, ignition engineered spark plug. Autolite means batteries, stay full batteries. Autolite means ignition system, the lifeline of your car.
And now here again is Mr. Edward G. Robinson.
It's been fun appearing in our suspense story tonight, but just so nobody gets the wrong idea, it was only a story. I'm not really so tough.
Only get this. I'm telling you, see, you better listen to Suspense next week, see?
Because Ray Milland will be here in the story called Night Cry by William L. Stewart. Another gripping study in
suspense.
Edward G. Robinson may soon be seen in the Paramount production Night Has 1,000 Eyes. Tonight's suspense play was written by Leslie Raditz, with music composed by Lucien Morawick and conducted by Lud Gluskin. The entire production was under the direction of Anton M. Leader. In the coming weeks, Suspense will present such stars as William Powell, Lucille Ball, John Garfield, Sidney Greenstreet, and many others. Make it a point to listen each Thursday to Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills. And next Thursday, same time, hear Ray Milland in Night Cry.
This is the Autolite suspense show. Drive as if your life depends on it. It does. Good night. Switch to auto.
Lights out, everybody. It is later than you think.
This is Arch Obler bringing you another in our series of stories of the unusual. Our scene, a doctor's office. The doctor, a genial middle-aged man, is smiling across his desk at young Mrs. Peggy Connon. And he's saying,
"Well, Mrs. Connon, I don't think there is much more I can say other than this. Don't be too afraid. This sort of thing has been going on since the beginning of time. Millions of women. So don't be frightened. Go home. Tell your husband. Be happy."
Thank you, Doctor. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Get a cab, man?
No, thank you. I'll walk.
Okay, man.
Walk. Yes, I'll walk. It takes longer when you walk. No longer to get home. Home. What will he say? What will he say? What will Bill say? What?
Oh, it's out of the question, Peg. Out of the question on the money I make. Now, look, this isn't confetti. It's bills for groceries, bills for laundry, bills for gas. I tell you, Peg, it's out of the question.
Out of the question. Out of the question. He'll say out of the question.
Baby.
What will he say? Oh, Bill, what will you say?
Hey, watch the lights, lady.
Oh.
Yeah. Watch where you're going, little lady. Them lights are for you as well as for the car.
What will Bill say?
What? What did you say? Say, you don't feel well or something. Your face, I mean.
Oh, I'm all right, officer.
Sure you don't want a cab?
No, I'm walking home.
Okay. But watch the traffic at the crossings.
If I take shorter steps, it'll take longer. Yes, shorter steps.
Do you realize it'll set us back for the next 5 years? We won't be living. We'll always be paying bills for doctors, for hospitals, for nurses, for this and for that.
Will he say that?
It's been going on since the beginning of time. Millions of women. So don't be afraid. Go home. Tell your husband. Be happy. Be happy.
Happy? Doctor said that, didn't he? Happy. Bill, we have been happy.
Rowing. I don't think I'm going to row anymore. Too hot.
Uh-huh.
Just drift. Now, what was I talking about?
Happiness.
Oh, yeah, happiness. Now, I think that the most important thing in life is to be happy. Don't you?
Oh, yes, Bill.
Now, you take ordinary people. On a day like this, what are they doing? Working in factories, working in offices, working. Isn't that right?
Yes.
But the park is here, the lagoon is here, the boats are here. Man, if they just had a little common sense, they'd say, the devil would work, we're going to be happy. And they'd come out here and they'd go boat riding.
4 million people. The lagoon would be awfully crowded, wouldn't it, Bill?
No, I'm serious. All right, so I'm not working today, so I'll have $5 less. But I'm doing what I want, and I'm happy.
I'm happy, too, Bill.
Are you? Honest, Peg?
Uh-huh.
Oh, gee. When I think that only 2 days...
And I wasn't even going to the dance.
I took one look at
Oh,
you.
that's a song, Bill.
Oh, it's the truth. Oh, gosh, I'm happy about you, Pig. I'm happier than I've ever been in my whole life.
Happy. We have been happy.
Make perfect. Let's try that kiss again. Da-da-da-dee-dee-dee. We're not...
Oh, Bill. We're good.
You mean we're loud? Loud.
Don't drive so fast.
Oh, I'm in a hurry.
Why, Mr. Bone?
I'm on my way to get married. I'm on my way to get married.
Oh, Bill thinks you've been drinking.
I have. 4 Cokes, a double malt, 2 kisses, and a marriage license. Yippee!
Bill, behave yourself.
Oh, no. The bride and the bridegroom's been a happy night in jail. Hey.
Huh?
It's starting to rain. Shall I put the top up?
Oh, no, please.
Huh?
Want the rain in the face. Oh, it's wonderful, Bill. The wind and the rain. I feel as if I were flying.
Oh, this is Angel.
You know, all my life I thought that if I ran away to get married, I'd be so frightened. But I'm not afraid the least little bit. I love you, Bill. And everything's wonderful, and I'm so happy. So happy. We've been so happy.
Should I take, should I?
Well, I don't know, Bill.
Well, speak up, Mrs. Connor, or forever have to hold your peace.
That's 30 cents already.
Oh, I was only warming up. One more time, and I know I can hit it.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, mister, I'll try her again.
Yes, sir. Here you are, son. Once for a dime. Knock down the top bottle and win the little lady a great big, beautiful doll.
Okay, Pig.
Here I go.
Oh, you hit it, Bill, you hit it.
I told you I would. Okay, mister, pay off.
What'll it be, little lady? A Kewpie or a Popeye?
Popeye.
Here you are.
Thank you.
You can do the same, ladies and gentlemen, with a great big, beautiful doll.
Bill, isn't it cute?
Yeah. Hey, let's sit down over here.
All right.
Oh.
Darling, you're wonderful.
Wonderful. And hungry.
Oh, Bill, after 4 hot dogs, 3 sodas, and all those peanuts, you ought to be sick.
I am, but I'm hungry.
Bill.
Vitamin Bill from the Ozarks. That's me.
Bill, you're so crazy, and I love you so much.
You talk like that, and I'll kiss you right in the middle of the midway.
Double dare you.
Hey, maybe there's a law against kissing your own bride.
Maybe there's a law against being so happy.
You got the prettiest little funny face.
You know, I used to think that when I got married, I'd be going to the French Riviera, Honolulu, and, well, you know, places like that, and here I am, Luna Park.
Oh, Peg.
No, darling, you don't understand. I like it. I'm happy about it. Why, I'll bet there are thousands of women who've been to all those famous places who'd give every minute of it to be in my place with someone she loves and who loves her. Women are really awfully simple people, darling. They want love. And I've you, and I'm happy. Terribly happy.
Go home. Tell your husband, be happy, be happy, be happy.
I could be happy. Mother. Peggy Connon.
Mother.
Mother. My mother. Mother.
You mark my words, he'll never make a good living for you, never. No drive, no ambition, a worthless young man. Never make a good living for you, Peggy. You'll never have anything. You mark my words. Just mark my words. For the last time, listen to me, daughter. Now, if you marry that boy, you'll cry a great deal more, believe me. Oh, stop crying, Peggy, and listen to me. Someday you'll be a mother, and you'll understand that I'm telling you these things for your own sake. When you have children of your own, you'll understand.
Understand what, Mother? Understand what? Should I understand now? If you were alive, could you make me understand now? Well, Bill's all right. He's all right, I tell you. It's just that he used to laugh. Laughed all the time. But how can he laugh now?
Rent, gas, dentist, light, car fare. Rent, gas, dentist, light, car fare. Bill.
That's what I don't understand, Mother. Doesn't the world want people like Bill who can laugh? Must everyone be wonderful at making money? Isn't there a place for people like Bill who don't want a great deal? Can't things be so that they can make the little they need without growing so old and tired they forget what it is to laugh and be happy at just being alive.
Fine mess. We're in a fine mess. Where will we get the money? Where will we get the money, Peggy? Where will we get the
No.
money?
Gotta stop thinking things like that. Got to. Think about him.
Shine, lady. Shine, mister. Shine.
What will he be?
Tomorrow creeps in its petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted pools the way to dusty death. Out, brief candle light, but a walking shadow, a poor...
Oh, no! No.
And so, my fellow citizens, standing here in profound humility, where so many of our truly great have stood, all there is left to say is this. In accepting this high office, and in assuming the leadership of our great nation in these troubled times, I pledge myself...
No.
In that moment, he realized he no longer loved semicolon. In that moment, the past with her, comma, last year, hyphen, drenched moment, comma.
Maybe.
And so, it is with a great deal of pride that this network brings to you the premiere radio performance of the world's premier violinist, David Conant.
Maybe.
And my diagnosis of the patient only confirms my profound belief that such diseases can be cured.
Maybe.
So, an investment of these issues, with my concern, will net you profit of not less than the sum of twice your investment.
Oh, no. Oh,
Silly Peggy.
You used to say that, didn't you, Mother? Silly Peggy. Because I laughed at the wrong time. Maybe I laughed then. Maybe I'm laughing now because I'm afraid.
It's happened to women for millions of years.
No, not that. Pain goes quickly, I know it, but... Bill. What'll Bill say? No, stop thinking. Stop thinking. Walk slowly. Very slowly. What was I thinking? Oh, yes, my boy. I'll be so much wiser by the time he grows up. Give him advice.
Yes, Mother. Of course, Mother. Yes, I'm listening. You're wonderful, Mother. Oh, you're right, Mother. Just as you say, Mother.
No, not like that.
You're wrong, Mother. I will not, Mother. I won't do it, Mother. No, Mother.
No, not that way.
Why, Mother? Explain, Mother. Tell me if you know, Mother. Why is it like that, Mother?
Yes. Look like. What will he look like?
Lovely child.
May I hold him? Looks like you.
His father's hair. Beautiful child.
Beautiful child.
Beautiful child. Yes, why not? Why not? David Conant. Beautiful child.
Hey, Pa, read all about it. War prices, war in Europe. Read all about it. War.
Baby.
Bill, what if he says it?
Read the newspapers, I tell you. Read the newspapers. There's your answer. Raise them up so they can blow them up. The answer's in your newspapers, I tell you, Peg. Raise them up to blow them up.
What can I answer him? I'm not good at answers. If Bill says that, what'll I say?
So I said to him, I said, Joe, I will not go for a ride. And he said, why not? And I said, why should I? And he said, well, if you don't, when will you? So I give him a smile, you know. And he said, you look here, Helen, young, if you think I'm...
Girl, Maybe it'll be a girl. Yes, why not? Girl.
Mother.
A lovely girl.
Mother, you think my dress hangs right? Isn't it too long? Or is it too short? Don't you think I would have it made a little frill here?
No wars. Killing, dying, just...
Mother, do you think I ought to go out with him after what he said to me? Mother, I don't think that's a good school. Really, I don't.
Cannon
Oh,
fodder,
Mother.
bomb fodder. Raise him strong and blow him up. What's the good of it, Peg? What's the good of it?
No, can't be like that. Not with a girl. Ruth. No.
Anna.
No.
Nina.
No.
Elizabeth.
No.
Carol.
Yes. Carol Condon.
Carol Condon, the season's prettiest debutante. Carol Condon, beautiful young. Carol Condon is nationally known.
What could she be?
Mother, do you know all about babies? You know. After all, look at me. Well, I was wondering about Junior. He won't eat his cereal. He won't touch his bottle. I don't know what to do. I simply don't know what to do.
Maybe.
Carol Condon, opera, tonight. Curtain, 8:30.
Yes.
My daughter.
Oh, you'd be so proud of her, Bill. You would. Almost there. Walk slower. Oh, Bill, don't get angry when I tell you. God, don't let it be angry. I couldn't stand it if he yelled at me. I couldn't. I'm afraid. Bill, if you knew I was afraid, you'd help me, wouldn't you? Afraid of you. That's not right, is it? Walk slower. Walk slower. If, when I get there, Bill, and you look at me, if then, for the first time in my life, I can say everything I've been thinking before you have a chance to say anything, then you'll understand how I feel, and because you love me, you won't say anything that'll hurt me, and you'll take me in your arms. Oh, Bill, but I can only think things. I can never say them clearly when they should be said. Maybe everybody's like I am. Talk when it's too late. This time I've got to talk now, right away. The minute I get in the house, because if you talk first and say things that hurt me, you and I will never... Oh, Bill, all I want is to be happy, just a little. Everything's so mixed up all over the world that... Bill, all I know, all I want is...
You say something, Mrs. Collins?
Oh, Mr. Tomasi.
What's the matter? You walk right up past the house, huh? Yeah, maybe you're thinking you don't live here no more, huh?
I was so preoccupied, I didn't notice.
Sure was a hot day, huh, Mr. Collins?
Yes, it was. I don't like to go in.
Oh, but your husband, he's at home, huh?
Home?
Sure, he come about 10 minutes ago. I'm going to see him go upstairs.
It is late, isn't it?
Sure. You put it in the girl, but when a husband come home from work and a wife are not home, sometimes you get a plenty man, huh? I bet you're scared, huh?
I'd better go up.
Hey, I'm going to come up pretty soon and fix that water faucet.
All right.
Yeah, who's going to stop?
You think I'm afraid of you? Go on and hit me. Hit me.
Will you shut up?
I'll talk all I want to talk.
Oh, yeah?
What else have I got to do in this stuff but talk? I'm sick of this down here. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Good evening, Mrs. Collins.
Good evening, Mr. Gold. You're playing very well tonight.
Yeah. In 60 years, even a fool learns to do something.
Oh.
off to sleep. Just a little bit. Oh, good evening, Miss Conlon. Hot tonight, yeah?
Yes. The baby all right?
Oh, yeah, lots better. See?
It's so tiny, isn't it?
You like a baby, Miss Conlon?
Well,
Yeah, I know. They look like lots of trouble, but you bet you for people what got little babies, the whole world.
Yes.
Believe me, baby's good. Good. Good night.
Good night, Mrs. Maslow.
Peggy, that's Peg.
Bill.
Gosh, Peg, where you been? I've been word stiff.
Was it just walking?
I got home. There was nobody here. I was ready to do a calling all cars, so help me. Well, you going to stand here by the door all night? What's the matter, Peg? Oh, honest, I don't care if there isn't any dinner. Yeah, I'm so full of love for you tonight, one potato in me, and I'd pop like a kid's balloon.
Bill, I want to
No, wait, I'm going to tell you.
Me?
Yeah, come on over by the window. Phew, it's hot. Yeah, that's better. Nice breeze to keep you cool while I burn you up with the news right off the press.
News. Bill,
Flash. Ambition comes to Billy Conlon.
Bill, if you'd let me tell
how
you...
can you tell me when I'm trying to tell you? Now listen, sweet funny face. Today, the great lords of industry unlocked the octopus long enough to hand Billy Conlon, now hold your breath, $5 more a week.
Bill, I've got...
Yes, so help me, $5. Oh, isn't that terrific, Peg? We move right into the upper brackets, got everything we want.
Bill, please listen to me. I've got to...
Sure, as soon as I finish my say. Now, I got to say it, Peg, because I've been kind of getting up steam to say it all the way home from the office. Now, all this may sound a little screwy to you, but here goes.
Bill, I want to tell you today...
Oh, please, funny face, don't interrupt to tell me about the bargain you saw today, because, well, if I stop talking, I'll lose my nerve, and then maybe I won't ever say it again. Peg, this $5 a week. Now, that's over $250 a year. And I began thinking right away how we could spend it.
Ben?
Yeah, you know me. So I got thinking about maybe we'd get another car. But the old jalape's pretty good yet, and then I thought maybe we could take a cottage someplace. But then I don't get a vacation until next year. So, then I got thinking... Oh, heck, what's the matter with me? Why should I be afraid to talk to you?
There's no reason to be afraid. Is there, Bill?
Of course not. See, what I'm trying to say is that... Well, look at the newspaper headline.
The war, yes, I saw
We're all
it.
going to smash, maybe. So I got thinking the heck with it. There isn't time enough to go anywhere or plan anything, and who wants money anyway? So, how can we spend it to make both of us really happy? You know, to make our lives... if one of us should die before the other, make our lives mean something.
Mean something.
Oh, Peg, I got to say it faster. I won't be able to say it at all. Peg, let's spend the money for a kid. Oh, Peg, what do you look at me like that for? Oh, I know we never talked about it, but... Well, I was kind of scared of the idea, and I didn't know if you'd want one. Well, Peg, for Pete's sake, say something. Looking at me. Well, what did you want to tell me before? Say that at least.
Oh, Bill. Bill. Wait till you hear.
Unsolved Mysteries. Out of deference to persons who may still be living, character names in some of these unsolved mysteries have been changed. In several of these unsolved mysteries, the police have been faced with the problem of a murderer who could gain access to a room locked and bolted on the inside, and then, his crime committed, leave that same room locked and bolted behind him. There was one man to whom these phenomena presented no problem. Harry Houdini, the master magician of all time. And tonight's unsolved mystery is his famous challenge to death. The scene is the outskirts of Liverpool, England. At the home of Mr. Henderson, a group of guests are assembled to meet Mr. Harry Houdini. And among the guests is a Scotland Yard detective inspector who has been working on England's latest unsolved crime. The guests have finished dinner. The men are in the smoking room enjoying cigars and coffee as their hostess, Mrs. Henderson, precedes the ladies into the smoking room.
I know you gentlemen haven't finished your coffee, but the rest of us are really awfully anxious to hear Mr. Houdini.
Oh, delighted, of course. Yes, my dear. Well, the inspector was in the middle of telling us about Scotland Yard's latest.
Oh, by all means, let's hear that, too.
Well, the thing is really baffling. Here we find a house, doors all bolted and locked, windows barred, and everything tight. The milk hasn't been picked up off the front porch for 3 days. That makes us investigate.
Yes?
We break open the door, find an elderly woman lying before the hearth, dead, murdered. Meal for 2 set on the table, and 8 witnesses who swear that no one entered or left that house with or without the old woman.
But are your witnesses reliable? How can you be certain that no one entered?
You don't know the old lady's neighbors. They see everything. I suppose, though, that you, Mr. Houdini, don't see anything difficult about the locked and bolted doors, since you're in the habit of getting out of our police handcuffs and our jail cells.
I am not quite as bad as you make me out to be. After all, I make no secret of the fact that I get out of handcuffs and cells and locked safes and all the rest of it by trickery and sleight of hand.
But couldn't a murderer who murdered the old woman have done the same thing? I mean, use the same sort of trickery to get out of the room and house?
But what Mr. Houdini means is that the equipment he uses is all specially prepared.
But I saw Mr. Houdini myself, locked in a steel vault on the stage. And it wasn't a faked vault because the manufacturers were there and testified that it was a genuine safe. And yet you got out of that, Mr. Houdini.
But it was trickery just the same. You see, the safe had to be brought onto the stage before the performance started.
Yes, of course.
What about it?
Well, before the curtain went up, I had removed the strong steel springs and substituted weak soft springs in their place. And so opening the safe was simple. I replaced the original steel springs, of course, before the safe was returned to the manufacturers.
Simple as that, eh?
Oh, yes, Inspector. That trick is simplicity itself.
And yet there are people who insist that you must be a spiritualist, capable of, shall we say, disembodying yourself?
These people who make these claims are fake spiritualists. They're just furious at me because I expose their trickery. But,
yes, Mr. Houdini? But what?
I have determined to do a trick. One in which I shall not use a trick box or a trick rope, and I shall do it underwater.
I don't understand.
Listen, I shall be placed in an ordinary packing case. It may be examined by experts while it is being manufactured so that there can be no trickery.
Go on.
Then, when I am placed inside, the lid, consisting of 3 pieces, will be nailed in place.
Yes, we follow.
Then the box.
or the case will be roped, lifted on a tackle to the deck of a tugboat, moved out to the middle of the harbor, and lowered into the water.
But, Mr. Houdini...
Wait. Oh, I can see every move. In 2 minutes and 8 seconds, the box will be raised to the surface.
And the world will have lost the greatest magician of the age. You, Mr. Houdini, will be drowned.
No, sir. I shall be seated on the lid of the steel nailed and rope box.
You'll be drowned.
I shall not be drowned. And if I am, it will prove...
Prove what?
Never mind that at present. Tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow forenoon.
What do you mean, tomorrow forenoon?
I shall do this new trick tomorrow forenoon at the docks, in the mouth of the Mersey River. I shall call it... Let me see. I have it. Harry Houdini in the challenge to death.
Not only was Harry Houdini the master of magicians, but also he was a master showman. The morning's papers carried the story of his challenge to death. The police tried to interfere on the grounds that he was endangering his life, but arrangements went ahead, and at 5 minutes to 12 on the crowded and noisy waterfront, the tugboat Elsie whistled that she was ready for her part of the experiment.
The tug's all ready, Mr. Houdini.
And everything is ready here?
Yes, sir, we're all ready.
Then I suppose I'd better get inside of the box.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't, Mr. Houdini. I'm afraid.
Oh, but no. Do not be afraid.
Well, I'm just as afraid, Mr. Houdini.
Now. I am depending on you to see that everything is done properly.
Harry Houdini steps into the wooden packing case. 2 burly carpenters step forward, place the 3-plank lid in place, and nail the lid down. With every blow of the hammer, those of the waiting crowd feel their hearts beat faster. The rope, a stout 1-inch rope, is tied about the packing case. The hook of the hoisting line is slipped about the rope, and at a signal, the derrick hoists the packing case and its human cargo over the edge of the dock.
Hoist away there! Lower away!
I'm cold with fear.
So am I couldn't sleep all night.
30 seconds. Time seems to be standing still.
He must have been down long enough to get out.
He hasn't had time to do anything yet. 1 minute. I think we'd better hoist the packing case.
Yes, we should never have let him do this.
Yeah, you can't do that. I have my orders, Mr. Houdini. Yes, but you can't let him drown. After all, the experiment... Are they going to hoist him up now? No, not yet. 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Oh, this is awful. It's quite like attending an execution.
Yes, only worse.
What if the packing case should slip off the hook and go to the bottom? Yes. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. And if it's already done that and landed upside down...
2 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hoist away!
The dripping case is hoisted out of the water, and there, seated on the lid, holding to the rope, is Harry Houdini. The tugboat moves to the wharf. The packing case is examined and found nailed in place. Once again, Harry Houdini has been successful. In just a moment, you will hear the solution to the mystery of Harry Houdini's trick, the challenge to death. Ladies and gentlemen, inasmuch as any solution must of necessity be supposition, liberties of time, place, and character have been taken in the solution for which you have been waiting. The scene is once again Mr. Henderson's home in Liverpool, England. Mr. Harry Houdini is explaining his most famous and spectacular trick,
the challenge to death.
Well, of course, Mr. Houdini, we all saw the trick performed, but even now it still seems impossible.
As the inspector said yesterday, once a thing is explained, it is simplicity itself. You see, I know much from study that the audience reaction is of two widely different qualities.
How is that, Mr. Houdini?
To begin with, when the trick, any trick, is commenced, the attention is all directed toward the article employed. The box is examined to see that it is genuine, the rope to see that it is strong, and the nails to see that they are real. But, and here is the great point. When the trick has succeeded, the audience has eyes only for the performer of the trick.
But even then, I still don't see...
I am explaining to you now the process of thought that precedes the working out of the details. Knowing that the audience will watch me once the trick is over. I, in turn, know that if I remove myself from the vicinity of the packing case while it is being brought ashore, no one will pay the slightest attention to it. They are all too busy seeing that I, personally, am not up to any more tricks. They ignore my assistants, who are guarding the packing case.
But that doesn't explain how you got out.
Getting out of the case? That was easy. It was getting the lid back ready for inspection. That was the chief worry. You see, when I stepped into the packing case, I carried with me a very small but very powerful pair of nail cutters, thin enough to slip between the lid and the case. And as soon as the nails were driven home by the carpenters, I cut them between the lid and the box. As soon as the packing case was submerged, I slipped the 3 boards of the lid to one side and clambered out. Then I replaced the 3 boards and sat on them to hold them securely in place. When the box was hoisted to the deck of the tugboat, I left my assistants to remove the cut nails and replace them with the same type of nail. All this they did hidden behind the canvas covering on the ship's rail while the crowd was watching me at the stern of the boat.
Then if you got out as easily and as quickly as that, why did you keep us in suspense?
My friend, for that very reason, to keep you in suspense. Else, there would be no reason for my calling the trick the challenge to death.
Mr. Houdini, you said something yesterday, that if you were drowned, it would prove something.
I did. It would have proved for all time that I was not a spiritualist using my astral body to perform disappearance tricks.
Yes, friends, that whistle is your signal for the Signal Oil program, The Whistler. The mystery program that is unique among all mystery programs.
Because you know who's guilty.
You see his every move.
You know his complete plan.
Yet the final curtain always brings a startling surprise. In the Signal Oil program, The Whistler.
the Whistler, and I know many things, for I walk by night. I know many strange tales hidden in the hearts of men and women who have stepped into the shadows. Yes, I know the nameless terrors of which they dare not speak.
Yes, friends, it's the Whistler for the tops in entertainment. And for the tops in gasoline quality, it's Signal. It takes extra quality, you know, to give you extra mileage. And Signal is the famous Go Farther gasoline. So look for the Signal circle sign in yellow and black that identifies friendly independent signal stations from Canada to Mexico. And now the Whistler's strange story. Whirlpool.
He wasn't sure when it began. It was too much like walking in the middle of a nightmare, and then remaining in it, living in it. The shipwreck, the confusion, it was all there again, coming back to him. But slowly, hazily. And there was a strange buzzing in his ears, pressure and the sound of the sea, a whirlpool of confusion. And then gradually, out of the whirlpool, voices, dimly, faintly at first, but voices growing, coming closer and closer.
Is he coming around? He'll be all right, Captain. It's the shock. His exhaustion.
But through it all, one thing seemed clear, in focus. Those few swift minutes before the ship heeled over on its side, before he leaped for the lifeboat and missed. There was a girl, yes, a girl, standing in the companionway just outside her cabin. He remembered her face, her fair skin, her clear eyes wild as he shouted at her frantically.
Hey, don't stand there. Get up to the deck, the lifeboat.
Boat? Oh, yes, a house.
Wait, is there anybody inside in the cabin?
Robin? Dave? No. No, I'm alone.
Then go on up these stairs. There isn't much time. Hurry.
Much time.
Poor devil.
Isn't much time.
Yeah. Poor devil's going through it all over again.
He's better, though. He's coming around, Captain. Hastings. Mr. Hastings.
What?
Mr. Hastings, now, you're safe. They got you in time. Can you hear me? I'm the ship's doctor. You're on board the SS Araguan, bound for Singapore.
Yes, Araguan.
That's right.
Singapore.
Here. Try to drink this, Mr. Hastings. Easy.
I'm all right. I made it. I made it. You sure did, Hastings.
Hastings? There couldn't be any mistake about his identity, Captain?
Huh? No, that's who he is. He's Hastings' doctor. There's no doubt about it. The girl says so. She's his wife.
Oh, I see. Could you get her to come in here, Captain?
What? My wife? No, I...
Now, just relax. You're suffering from shock, Mr. Hastings. Exhaustion and severe shock.
Oh, but would you come in, Mrs. Hastings?
My husband, is he all right, Captain?
Just come in, please.
No, I haven't any. You stop, Marty. The protest dying in your throat as you struggle up to one elbow and look toward the door. It's the same girl, isn't it? The one you faced in the companionway and shouted at. But now she's coming toward you, speaking differently. Very different.
My darling, I was so afraid for you. But I told them you'd pull through when I told them who you were.
What?
Doctor, he isn't delirious.
No, don't worry, Mrs. Hastings.
Mrs. Hastings?
Yes.
Doc.
Oh, yes, Mr. Hastings?
Would you leave us alone a minute?
Oh, why, surely.
I want to be with my wife.
Certainly. Captain, we'll wait out on deck.
Anything you say. Okay. Now, you want to tell me what it's all about?
Darling, you shouldn't try to talk.
Stop it, I can talk. They fished me out. I'm okay, see? Okay.
Of course you are, dear.
And the name's South. Like this or in a full-dress suit. It's South. Marty South.
It's a nice name. I like it.
Oh, that's fine. And you're...
Mrs. Stephen Hastings of the Shanghai Hastings. You can call me Lucille.
What about Mr. Hastings?
My husband is dead.
One that didn't make it?
One that didn't make it.
What happened to him? How come?
I don't know. Stop asking me. Stop looking at me like that.
Like what?
He was like that. Stephen. In the cabin when they first heard the alarm, he just sat there staring.
And you ran out, left him?
No, he wouldn't budge. It was as if he didn't want to. As if he welcomed it.
Welcome what? The chance to die?
I don't know.
You couldn't get him out?
No.
Couldn't send anybody back after him?
I didn't think of something like that happening. I couldn't think.
But you've been thinking since.
Yes.
Plenty, I'll bet. Well, come on, I'm waiting.
My husband, Stephen, had some money coming to him. It's waiting for him now in Singapore. Waiting for a Mr. Hastings to pick it up. Any Mr. Hastings will do. 20,000 now, 30,000 in a couple of weeks. 60,000 altogether. Half of it could be yours, Marty.
Oh, you're crazy. To begin with, how can you pass me off as your husband here on board? There were quite a few survivors, I've heard.
Nobody knew him. He stayed in his cabin half the voyage. Most of the others were picked up by the Khalifa.
Oh, we'll see them in Singapore.
No, we won't. The Khalifa's heading for the United States, and we don't know a soul in Singapore.
Where does this money come from?
From an old friend in Shanghai, E.J. Galloway, former business partner of my husband. You see, E.J. made a mistake once. Business deal in Singapore. I found out about it. I told Stephen what to ask for. He did. He got results.
Shakedown, huh? He must have felt great giving his old pal the blackmail pitch.
Oh, we didn't have to do that. E.J. doesn't know we're the blackmailers. He thinks Stephen is the go-between to pick up the money in Singapore and make the payoff there. You see, that's where the blackmailer lives.
Nice guy, your husband.
He was, as a matter of fact, but weak. Terribly weak. No, he almost got sick sometimes just thinking about it, about blackmailing his old friend.
Why'd he go ahead with it?
He liked me.
Why?
Oh, no, you don't mean that. I can be quite appealing.
Maybe. To guys like Stephen Hastings.
Not to guys like Marty Charlton.
You guessed it. Now, how about running along?
All right.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes?
That boat, when it was sinking, did somebody come up to you, ask if there was anybody else in the cabin?
I don't remember. With excitement, you know.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
That's all, you know.
That's all for any time.
We'll see. If you get lonesome for me, darling, Stephen, just tell the doctor.
That's all, Marty, and then she's gone, leaving you to think it over. But you know her kind. Lucille's a man-trap, and you figure she'll be back soon to try to help you make up your mind. But that's where you make a mistake, isn't it, Marty? Because she doesn't come back. Not in a few hours, not even that night. She just leaves you alone. And the next morning you can hear her outside asking about you.
How is he, Doctor?
He's much better.
Oh, I'm so glad, but I think I'll just let him rest.
Yes, Marty. She lets you rest and think. At first, you find yourself strangely curious. Then you think some more, and you don't say anything else to them about not being her husband, Stephen Hastings. Then a half a day out of Singapore, you can't stand it anymore. You call the doctor and send for her.
Dear, you're sitting up. How wonderful.
I'm doing better than that. I'm pacing the floor.
Oh?
Don't look as if you don't know why, Lucille.
Oh? It's Lucille now. How nice when you say it.
Don't you want to know what I've decided?
I know.
Yeah?
You like money, Marty. You know? I think you like me. A little?
You hit it with the first part. But get this. I know what I'm going into. It includes you only because you're necessary to my immediate prosperity.
I'm very necessary, darling.
So is your having a husband, Stephen. Okay, I'll keep him alive for a while.
Darling, I knew you would.
You're a pretty smart gal, but here's something you don't know. Your husband made a big mistake when he fell in love with you. I'm not going to make the same mistake. I can't afford to.
Oh?
I never let love interfere with my plans. It's bad business.
Oh,
Everything all right, Mrs. Hastings?
What? Oh, yes, fine, Doctor. Isn't it, dear?
I guess so.
Sure it is. And don't worry, darling, you'll feel better. Everything's going to be so much better soon.
With the prologue of Whirlpool, the Signal Oil Company brings you another strange story by The Whistler. But now, since this is only our second broadcast at this new Sunday evening time, I have a message especially for you new friends of The Whistler. If you've lived out west any length of time, you know that Signal is known from Canada to Mexico as the Go Farther gasoline. Now, naturally, we're mighty proud of Signal's famous mileage, but even more so, we're proud of the extra efficiency today's Signal gasoline coaxes from your motor, which makes such mileage possible. For when your motor runs more efficiently, you also enjoy quicker starting, faster pickup, and smoother knock-free power, the things which make driving more fun. That's why folks who want superior performance, as well as those who insist on mileage, are both switching to Signal. They've discovered that to get the tops in gasoline quality, there are just two things to remember. One, in gasoline, it takes extra quality to go farther. And two, Signal is the famous Go Farther gasoline. Now, back to The Whistler.
You made a decision, didn't you, Marty? About Lucille Hastings and the money waiting for Stephen Hastings in Singapore. When she suddenly thrust opportunity into your hands by asking you to pose as her dead husband, Stephen Hastings. But there's another thing you've decided on, and that's more important than anything else. You're not going to make the same mistake he did, are you, Marty? No, you're not going to fall in love with Lucille, because that doesn't fit in with your plans at all. Money is the most important thing, isn't it? It always has been, even though you don't have much of it at the moment. And you've never let a woman interfere. You've never let your heart rule your head where money is concerned. The next night in Singapore, the two of you move easily around the dance floor of the Port Plaza Hotel. A devoted married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Stephen Hastings.
You dance well, dear.
Stephen's learned to dance better?
Oh, very much better.
Maybe the poor guy was tired. He had a right to be.
I think we should stop talking about that.
Well, suits me. Let's talk about when we go to work.
See. I think we'd best wait a day or two. You can go there Wednesday for the first payment. The second will be ready in a couple of weeks. E.J. couldn't raise it all at once.
Where do I go?
I'll have to look at E.J.'s letter again for the exact address. It's a little tailor shop somewhere on Ponderosa Street.
You don't have to look again. Not with that memory. It's a tailor shop. Why Wednesday?
No reason. I just think it's fair. All right?
Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't get all this mystery.
There isn't any mystery, I told you.
If Galloway stood still for a $50,000 shakedown, why didn't he just give it to you or send it to you direct? Why all this movie stuff?
This was my idea, not E.J.'s. You see, in case E.J. couldn't raise the money or changed his mind or decided to talk with the authorities, I thought it would be much better for me if I were far away.
With me for the fall guy if anything goes wrong here.
Nothing can go wrong here. There's no crime in having your coat pressed.
What do I do when I get to this tailor shop?
Like I said, you just have your coat pressed. You can wait for it if you want to. Tell them you're Mr. Hastings.
What if they want proof?
They can call the hotel and ask Mrs. Hastings. But they won't. Relax, darling.
Sorry, I can't relax. Not till I've had my coat pressed. Good morning, sir. I want to get this coat pressed. I'll wait. Oh, the name's Hastings. Oh, yes. And you're staying... The Port Plaza. What? Nothing, Mr. Hastings. Just curious. If you were going to call or anything, my wife isn't there. She stepped out. No, Mr. Hastings. The coat, please. I'll have it for you right away. Good. You watch the proprietor of the little tailor shop as he takes your coat, moves off toward the back of the establishment. You look around nervously, ready to run for it if anything goes wrong. But nothing does, Marty. He's back in a matter of minutes, handing the freshly pressed coat across the counter. You pay him and slip it on and feel the bulge of a heavy envelope in the inside pocket. Satisfactory, sir? I think so, thanks. Will you be dropping in again? Yeah, sure. Perhaps if you'd call the day before. Call. Okay. We'll give you quick service, sir. Good morning. Half a block away, you open the envelope and look inside. It's there, Marty. $20,000 in crisp, unmarked bills. Half of it yours. The payoff, just as Lucille described it. You smile as you put it away, because you're thinking how easy it would be to quit right now. Walk out on Lucille, cold. But there's still another payoff. Another $30,000. It would be stupid of you to walk out now, wouldn't it? And then your pulse quickens and you glance back. There's someone following you, Marty. And you realize that Lucille is still thinking as fast as ever. That she's guessed that you might pick up the money a day earlier and not wait until Wednesday. You turn, hurry down the street on your way back to the hotel.
You don't have to knock the door down. My own husband? What'll the neighbors think?
Never mind, inside.
What's all the excitement?
What kind of a double cross is this?
Double cross? That's a funny way to put it.
Not to me. You had me followed, didn't you?
Did I?
The fat guy in a white suit, right out of the book.
How quaint.
Stop it, Lucille. Don't give me that ice cube stare. I'm not Stephen.
Not so loud, darling. Someone might believe you.
You're going to tell me what's going on?
When you calm down, you might tell me.
I went there, like you said.
The tailor shop?
Yeah, I went through the routine.
Didn't they give you the money?
That's not the beef, Lucille. I'm talking about the guy who picked me up on the way out. One of your pals, huh? A high-powered insurance policy.
You're not making sense, darling. Somebody followed you. It's because you're in Singapore. Stay out of alleys, darling. Rough neighborhood. This is a big, bad city.
I wish I could buy that.
You can buy anything, Mr. Hastings. How much did you get?
20,000. Here, in the envelope.
Pretty, isn't it? Darling.
Yeah?
Speaking of double crosses, I thought I told you not to go to the tailor shop until tomorrow. All right, I'll forgive you this time.
No, you won't.
Well, I'll try. What are you thinking?
Something pretty foolish. But sometimes you'd really like to level.
Marty, darling, put your arms around me.
What, so I can hold on for the sleigh ride?
I wouldn't take you on a sleigh ride. Not you.
You'd take your mother on one.
Don't hate me, Marty, not now. Not this minute.
Here I go, huh? Well, my back's against the door anyway.
Marty. Tell her.
Too bad it's not for keeps, Lucille.
Let's not talk about for keeps. Let's think about now. Right now.
Yeah, right now. Only admit it. Tomorrow it could be a knife in my back.
All right, if that's the way you want me to say. But right now, kiss me, Marty. Kiss me.
Your mind is spinning as you leave her, Marty. Go down to the cocktail bar for a drink, and then another one. In a way, it's like fighting up to the surface, isn't it? Trying to struggle out of the whirlpool that keeps pulling you down. You're afraid, aren't you, Marty? Because the one thing you've tried to guard against is happening. Slowly, surely, you're falling for her, and you know what it can mean. You don't do anything about it the next day, or in the days that follow. Just go along, trying to keep your head above water. And then one night, as you walk alone through the streets of Singapore, you catch sight of him again, the man she's had following you. You hurry forward, turn into an alley, stop, and wait.
Here I am, mister.
Hey, what do you want? What do you want?
Hey, take it easy, Mr. Hastings. I just wanted to talk it over.
Talk what over?
The deal. I thought maybe you'd change your mind of the way you've been acting, avoiding me. Of course, this is a crazy setup.
Huh?
I naturally thought you were going to meet me when you got in last week to set it all up.
Oh, yeah, naturally, but... Well, I almost forgot what you looked like.
You didn't know what I looked like. You never seen me before. You made a deal with a guy I work for, remember?
I think you'd better keep talking, Mr.
Gray's good enough, Mr. Gray.
It might be.
I don't blame you for being careful, Mr. Hastings. A screwy deal like this. But, how's it sound to you? You take your wife to the Red Angel Cafe tomorrow night. Just casual like, see? You have dinner with her. The last one. And then you stroll out on the terrace.
The terrace?
Yeah, nobody out there much. Just give me a chance to get lined up. And then light a cigarette. Match will give me a target. An easy one.
Well, what do you know? Stephen. It hits you suddenly. Stephen Hastings, the weakling. He'd actually set up a plan to kill her at the end of the voyage. A plan that he was too weak to go through with. It's perfect, isn't it? You can get rid of Lucille tomorrow night. Then a few days later, you can drop around to the tailor shop, pick up the rest of the money, and leave town. But you're not sure that this is the way you want it to be. Not even for $50,000.
What's the matter, Mr. Hastings? You change your mind?
Change my mind? Well, I'd like a little more time to think it over.
Look, I've been doing some traveling. I want the $5,000 that you agreed to pay my employer, Mr. Hastings, huh?
$5,000.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll get it.
Want to leave it in your hotel box? Small, new bills, cash?
Sure. Mr. Gray.
Yeah.
If the money's in the box, tomorrow night, you'll see us. My wife and me at the Red Angel Cafe.
On the terrace?
Yeah. I'm to light her cigarette.
Darling, how did you know about this place?
The Red Angel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I heard somebody mention it. Like it?
Very much. And I like you for bringing me.
Lucille,
You want to talk? Come on.
Where are we going?
Out on the terrace.
Oh, but... Okay, the terrace.
You see the lights from the harbor. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Marty, you were going to tell me something inside?
Yeah, I was.
I think I know what it is. You know, Marty, you're not like Stephen at all. You're anything but weak. Except when it comes to putting this sort of thing into words. Give me a cigarette, darling.
What?
I said, give me a cigarette. Anything wrong with that?
No. Nothing wrong. Here you are.
Thank you, Marty. You know, just the way you're looking now tells me something. You do love me, don't you?
I don't know. Do I?
Would you give me a light?
Light? Sure. You're really beautiful, Lucille.
Marty.
There's something I'll never forget. Here's your light.
Thank you, darling.
The Whistler will return in just a moment with a strange ending to tonight's story. Meantime, a suggestion to drivers. The colder nights and mornings that we'll be having from now on place an extra strain on your car's battery. So now is a good time to stop by a Signal service station for a free battery inspection. If it appears that anything is going to interfere with your cold weather starting, your Signal dealer is equipped to give you complete battery service. For recharging, he has new type safe, speedy equipment. If your cables are corroded, he can replace them with heavy-duty cables. And should you need a new battery, there's none finer than Signal's new deluxe batteries that are guaranteed not for just 12 or 18 months, but for 30 months on a service basis. Incorporating the latest type all-rubber separators plus a new design hard rubber case, these Signal Deluxe batteries deliver up to 35% more power and don't need water nearly as often. So before you get any battery, get your Signal dealer's trade-in offer for your old battery, plus his convenient credit terms on today's finest battery, the new Signal Deluxe battery, available only at Signal service stations. And now back to the Whistler.
It was like a whirlpool, the shipwreck, the swirling waters, Marty South fighting his way through the sea, awakening to find a new life and wealth placed in his hands by Lucille Hastings. But somehow in the police station at Singapore, that part of the story was a little concerned as the arresting officers huddled around a man sitting under the glaring white light.
Come on, Gray. We know you did it. No. You've been followed since you asked for that money in Hastings' hotel box. The clerk didn't like your looks.
Look, I told you Mr. Hastings gave me the money. He left it for me.
What was it for? The killing? Gray, you were seen firing the gun. How do you think they arrested you so quickly?
All right. I did it. But it was a plan. Hastings' plan.
He was tired of his wife?
He must have been tired of everything. But he was a weakling. Suicide's been on his mind for months, only didn't have the nerve. So he hired us, me, to do it for him.
But why his wife, too?
How do I know? Hastings was crazy about her, I guess. Didn't want anyone else to have her. It's the only reason I can think of why Hastings set this deal for them to both die together.
For the Signal Oil program, The Whistler, each Sunday night at the same time. Brought to you by the Signal Oil Company, marketers of Signal gasoline and motor oil and fine quality automotive accessories. Signal has asked me to remind you, to get the most driving pleasure, drive at sensible speeds, be courteous, and obey traffic regulations. It may save a life, possibly your own. Featured in tonight's story were Jack Moyles and Betty Lou Gerson. The Whistler was produced and directed by George W. Allen, with story by Joel Malone and music by Wilbur Hatch, and was transmitted to our troops overseas by the Armed Forces Radio Service. Remember, at the same time next Sunday, another strange tale by The Whistler. Marvin Miller speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Inner sanctum.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum. This is your host inviting you in through the squeaking door. I just left a friend of mine. He runs an all-night billiard academy near the cemetery. As after midnight, he uncovers the ghoul tables. But no rough stuff in his play. Now, he settles all arguments by arbitration. Simply lifts the shroud and points out they haven't a leg to stand on. Believes the old motto that a fiend in need is a fiend indeed. Now, Now, dust off the edge of your chair, because that's where you'll be sitting for the rest of this half hour, and listen to Murder Comes at Midnight. This is the story of how one average family, even as yours and mine, spent a quiet night at their rented country house. A night of terror. As I said, the Cannings were just an average family. Harry was 29 and worked as a sound engineer for a broadcasting studio in the city. Ethel was 27 and had been a school teacher before she was married. Now she was kept pretty busy between writing the great American novel and taking care of Judy, their 7-year-old daughter. This was the first year they had rented a house in the country for the summer, and Ethel didn't take much to the idea of being alone either.
At first, I didn't know what it was that woke me. Perhaps it was because I was expecting Harry. He phoned that he was working overtime. He wouldn't be home till after midnight. I didn't like the idea of his driving 60 miles from this city at that hour. Or maybe it was just because I wasn't used to being alone with Judy in the old house. I got out of bed. I opened the connecting door to Judy's room. She was sleeping quietly. I closed the door softly and went across to my window. Something had awakened me. What? Was it a sound I heard in my sleep? Or was it a premonition? I looked out the window. The night was dark, with 1,000 secrets. Harry should have been home by this time. My watch showed a few minutes after 12. Maybe he'd had an accident. Maybe that's why I awakened. Some sort of telepathy. And then I saw the headlight. It was Harry. He was turning in our road. The headlight phased me for a moment as he swung into our driveway. Everything was all right then. I'll be right down, Harry. Breathlessly, I ran downstairs to let him in. I was so happy I could cry. It was only then I realized what tension I'd been under, all because of my silly fears. I unlocked the door quickly. Oh, Harry, I was so worried.
Sorry to bother you so late, miss. Had an accident with my car.
Oh, I thought you were my husband.
Oh, sorry to disappoint you.
Oh, no, I'm afraid you can't come in. My husband isn't home yet.
Well, it won't be for long.
Oh, my heavens, you're hurt. It's your arm.
Hurt in the accident. It's broken.
Oh, you poor man. Here, sit down. Sit down right here.
Oh, that's better.
Here. Your arm's so limp. Do you really think it's broken?
I can't tell. It's kind of numb.
Oh, dear, I feel so helpless. I don't know what to do. I took a first aid course during the war, but I don't remember a thing. Maybe I better call Dr. Schultz.
Please don't go to the trouble.
There's no trouble. The phone's right here.
I said no doctor.
But it's all right.
Put down that phone, please.
I don't understand.
Maybe you understand this.
A gun?
Put the phone down.
Who are you?
I'll ask the questions from now on. Your name's Canning, isn't it?
How did you know?
Name's on the door, isn't it?
Oh.
What kind of phone is that?
What do you mean?
Party line?
No, it's a private line.
Can you dial, or do you have to ask the operator for the number?
Oh, you just dial.
Good. Push the phone over here to this side of the table.
Who are you going to call?
The phone, please.
You better get out of here before my husband comes home.
Oh, how do you think you'd make out in an argument with this?
Oh.
The phone. Thank you. Now step back a little. That's good. I have to put this gun down while I make my call. It's on of mine. But you understand that I can pick it up faster than you could reach it from there, don't you?
Yes, I understand.
I see. We'll get along all right. Oh, operator, get me Plaza 9, 9970. Yeah, hurry, please. Oh, this is 864.
Please. After your phone call, you get out. Before my husband comes home. He's late already.
You wouldn't turn an injured man out of your house in the middle of the night. Oh, hello, Brenda. Bad little trouble hurt my arm. Look, I think you'd better come up here. Yeah, and bring Fred and Doc Stetson along. No. Everything's fine. Won't be any trouble. I'm guest to some very good friends up here. Cannings and me. Well, you drive up Highway 26 through a court and turn right when you pass the first gas station. Just a mile from there. You ought to be here by 6 in the morning. There'll be a light in the downstairs window. Right, Linda. See you in the morning.
You can't stay here all night. You've got
Shut
to
up. What's that over there? Radio?
Yes.
Pretty big.
It's a sending and receiving set. Harry built it himself. He's a radio engineer.
Can you get shortwave? Police calls?
Yes?
Turn it on.
But I don't...
Turn it on.
No.
Well, getting brave, huh?
I don't think you'd dare to shoot me. It would be murder. They'd send you to the chair. Now you get out of here. You call your friends and tell them to meet you someplace else. There, I've opened the door. Now get out.
Worried about your husband, Dutch? Afraid of what'll happen to him if he comes home now, huh?
I want you to go away. And if you don't go now, I'll run out and scream for help. There are other houses in this neighborhood, and somebody will hear me.
Oh, go ahead and run.
What?
I won't shoot you.
You won't?
I don't have to.
What do you mean?
You wouldn't dare run out and leave your kid upstairs. That little red-headed kid with the cute curls. Judy.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Easy. Dog carriage over there.
How do you know she has red curls?
Maybe I guessed it.
And her name, too?
Turn on that radio.
All right.
All junctions on Highway 26. All cars must be searched, every passenger positively identified. Officers are warned to exercise extreme caution. Though believed to be wounded, he's armed and dangerous. I will repeat, Arnie Bishop, known as the Gentleman Killer, escaped from custody on board the Allegheny Limited at 11 o'clock while being escorted to the death house at the state prison. He's thought to be heading north in the direction
Turn it off. Now you know who I am.
Arnie Bishop. You're Arnie Bishop.
How many rooms in this house?
6.
Fine. My friends and I will stay here for a few days. This will make a fine hideout.
What will you do when my husband comes home?
Don't worry about him. Now, suppose we go in the kitchen, then you can make me something to eat.
Wait.
Huh?
Why did you choose this house to come to? This house of all others.
Can't you guess?
Yes, I think so. How did you know Judy's name? And about the color of her hair?
You're getting warm.
My husband, Harry. Harry told you.
You know you're pretty snap.
Oh, please, don't you have any pity at all? Tell me what you did to Harry.
He's not hurt much. I just tapped him on the head. He picked me up on the road, gave me a lift. I pumped him, found out all about this house and about you and Judy. And I knocked him out and kept going. It was pretty tough driving with one hand, but I made it.
Where's Harry now?
In the back of the car. He can't get loose.
I'm going out.
Stay where you are.
But Harry's hurt. I can't leave him out there alone.
About this little red-headed kid of yours, where does she sleep? Upstairs?
You wouldn't hurt her.
Better stay here if you want to make sure. That's better. Now, suppose we have something to eat.
How do you do, everyone? This is Bill Hay. For many years, Campbell's soups have been a familiar sight on kitchen shelves. Recently, a comparatively new soup, Campbell's Cream of Mushroom, has appeared on thousands of them. This soup has such a delicious, out-of-the-ordinary taste that once a family try it, they usually vote it a place among their regular standbys. People who know and love mushrooms have taken keenly to Campbell's cream of mushroom. Those who had never tasted mushrooms in any form are just as enthusiastic. Even the smooth, rich look of its creamy surface tempts their appetite. And they find its flavor so delightful that they soon put Campbell's cream of mushroom among the dishes they like best. It's a blending of fresh, sweet cream, heavier even than whipping cream, and young, cultivated mushrooms. Mushroom flavor fills every spoonful. Mushroom slices abound all through. Why not try Campbell's cream of mushroom soup tomorrow? Now let's return to the little white-shingled house on the hill, where Ethel Channing is entertaining her uninvited guest, Arnie Bishop. You know, he's a pretty courageous guy for an ex-convict. But then maybe he has the courage of his convictions. But Arnie isn't so smart, you know, tangling with a red-headed gal. He ought to recall that old ditty. How's it go? Beware of a girl with deep red hair. A man is safer in the electric chair. But who can tell how a tale will end up in a sanctum? Let's join them in the kitchen.
Excellent bacon and eggs. I'm sure my friends will like cooking when they come.
More coffee?
Yes, please. Careful.
Oh. I was only reaching for the coffee cup.
I thought you might have ideas about grabbing this.
There's your coffee.
What time is it?
20 after 2?
3.5 hours to go before my friends get here.
How will they get through the roadblock?
Oh, you leave it to that.
Oh.
What's that?
That's the telephone. It's in the living room.
You better get to it. Oh, you don't let go of that gun.
Oh!
You shouldn't have tried that.
What are you going to do?
Answer that telephone first. Get going. Anybody in the habit of calling you at this hour?
No.
All right, answer it. But be careful what you say.
Hello? Yes, this is Mrs. Canning. Oh. It's for you.
Oh. All right. Lay the receiver down on the table and walk away. That's quite enough. Don't try anything. Hello? Linda? What, did you get started yet? Oh, where are you? What? Roadblock. Oh, you've got to get through. I need Doc Stetson. You've got to make it, Linda. I can't stay awake forever. All right. Do your best. Call me back later. Oh.
What's the matter, Mr. Bishop? Are your friends falling down on you?
Shut up. I've got to think.
Oh, you don't have anything to worry about, Mr. Bishop? Aren't you a guest of the Cannings in the little white-shingled house a mile off Highway 26 north of Accord?
Oh, you can be sarcastic, too.
Oh, I wouldn't dare be sarcastic to you, Mr. Bishop. Especially when you have that gun. And with my husband unconscious in the car, and you threatening to harm my child. Oh, no. No, you still hold all the cards, Mr. Bishop, and you're such a big, strong, brave man.
What are you trying to do? Get me mad enough to kill you?
Aren't you going to kill me anyway?
What makes you think that?
Because you're a killer by instinct, Mr. Bishop. It's easier for you to kill than to do anything else. I wonder why you didn't murder my husband instead of just knocking him out. Was it because you thought you might need him?
Well, you're not afraid of me anymore.
No, I'm not. No, I just realized I can't afford to be afraid.
What?
I'm a woman fighting for her family, for Harry and Judy. And I've got to use all my wits against you. I can't afford to be afraid.
You've got some scheme in that crazy little brain of yours.
Yes, Mr. Bishop, I have. I think I found the chink in your armor. You're a coward.
Me?
Yes, you. You're the one who's afraid now. Your friends aren't coming. You have a wound in your arm that needs treatment, and you know you can't trust me. You don't dare close your eyes even for 5 minutes. And you may have to stay here for several days. How do you like the prospect of staying awake night and day, watching me every minute of the time, afraid that you might drop off to sleep at any minute?
Oh, that's how you figure it, huh?
Maybe you better kill us all right now, Mr. Bishop. That would be easy, wouldn't it? Just 3 bullets. Then you wouldn't have to worry about watching anyone.
That's an excellent idea, Mrs. Canning.
Yes. But then you'd have other things to worry about.
Such as?
This is Saturday morning. The milkman will come to collect for the week's milk. The neighbors will stop by to ask if I want my marketing done. And what will you do? Skulk in the cellar while they ring the doorbell?
Yeah.
And then there's the police.
What about the police?
They'll surely search this part of the country. They'll be making inquiries at all the houses. You want them to find the car outside? With Harry in it?
Oh. You figured all the angles, huh? You know, you're pretty smart, Mrs. Canning. I think you're even smarter than Linda. But you forget one thing.
Yes?
You forget that little girl upstairs.
What do you mean?
Come along and I'll show you. Upstairs.
You stay away from Judy. Oh!
Maybe you think you've got everything figured out, but I'm still the boss. Gun muscle hurts, doesn't it? Now, shall we go upstairs? So you think Honey Bishop is licked, huh? Which is Judy's room?
What are you going to do to her?
Which is Judy's room? Or you're going to make me open all the doors to find her?
That one.
All right, let's go in. So you first, Mrs. Canning.
I warn you, if you hurt
You first, Mrs. Canning.
Please don't wake her.
Oh, very pretty child. How peaceful she looks. And innocent. Ain't no childhood the best time of life. It's almost a pity to grow up out of it.
You couldn't hurt her.
Oh, I assure you, Mrs. Canning, I won't lay a hand on her. Oh, no, not on a beautiful child like that. But, I've got to protect myself. Let's see. That's the connecting door to your room, isn't it? There's a key in the door. Lock it, please. Just give me the key. Thank you. Now we'll go out the way we came in. I'll take the key out of this door, too. Thanks. You first. Now we'll lock this door on the outside. There. Everything's set.
You just want to make sure she doesn't get out?
Yeah, something like that. Now, will you pull a mattress and sheets off your bed and bring them out here, please?
Are you going to sleep in front of her door?
Do as I say.
All right.
I'll help you.
I don't understand. Why do you want to sleep out here?
No, everything just the way I want it. The mattress against Judy's door.
But you can't sleep on it that way, half up against the door.
I didn't say I was going to sleep on it.
Oh, what are you going to do?
Mrs. Canning, we'll see if you can figure out how to beat this angle.
What do you mean?
What would happen if I were to put a match to this mattress and bedding?
Oh, no.
This whole floor would be in flames in 5 minutes. With both doors locked. Judy wouldn't have much of a chance.
Oh, no.
Still think Honey Bishop is licked, Mrs. Canning? You're right about one thing, Mrs. Canning. I am in the corner. With this bum arm, I've got no chance of running if the police come. So if they do, and if I'm cornered, I'll have to set a match to this mattress and light them off till the whole house is just a bunch of rubble with Judy in it. You understand me thoroughly, Mrs. Canning. So it's up to you to see if the police don't come. You're going to lie for me, Mrs. Canning, and you're going to cheat for me, and you're going to kill for me if necessary. Because I'll always have a match ready. Now, you still feel like trying any tricks?
I'll do whatever you say.
Won't like it. No. The first thing you're to do, get downstairs and run that car into the garage. Get it out of the way. But don't touch your husband. Don't even look in the back of the car. I'll be watching, understand?
Yes.
Glad we understand each other at last. Let's go. I'll be standing right here in the driveway, so don't try any tricks.
I won't.
Remember, I'm watching.
Harry? Harry, can you hear me? Harry? Harry? Oh, he's still unconscious. There's blood on his head.
Karen.
Yes, I'm coming.
You did take a look at him, didn't you?
No.
All right.
No.
All right, come inside. Beautiful night, isn't it?
It'll be morning soon.
What time is it?
Almost 6. The milkman should be here soon.
Oh? Well, here's where you start lying for me. After you, madam. Now, I'm going to sit right here in this chair with my hand in my pocket. And in my hand's the gun. Understand?
Yes. That's the milkman.
You'll tell him I'm your cousin, just visiting here for a few days.
He'll wonder why you're up so early.
Let him wonder. Go on, answer.
Good morning, Miss Canning. I'm the new milkman on the route. Hope it didn't wake you up.
Come in, please.
That's 2 bottles of milk you wanted this morning and a bottle of cream.
Yes, you can put them on the table.
Yeah, right.
Oh, this is my cousin. He's visiting us for a few days.
Oh, how are you?
Hello.
You have my bill?
Yeah, I got it right here in my pocket. Here.
Hey,
That's right, Bishop, with the gun. Sit still and take your hand out of your pocket very carefully.
Okay, you win. But how come a milkman with a gun?
I borrowed this coat from the regular milkman. I'm Sergeant Wright, State Police.
What?
State Police.
How did you know I was here?
Mrs. Canning told us.
She? Well, how? I didn't let her out of my sight.
She broadcast it to us.
Broadcast?
Yes. Over this set, Mr. Bishop. Remember the speech I made you? You didn't know what had come over me. I was really talking to the state police over the short wave. Don't you remember I told you that this was a sending and receiving set, that my husband built it? And when I turned off the short wave signals, I turned the switch to sending. And then I just hoped my message would get through.
I didn't think you were smart enough. And I thought I had you scared stiff. You looked like the kind who would scare easy.
Oh, I am, Mr. Bishop, I am. But I warned you. This was a time when I couldn't afford to be scared.
Goes to prove that a determined man can always get what he goes after. You remember Bishop tried to get free board and lodging from Ethel Canning. He finally got it, all right, but not exactly where he wanted it. You know, as a matter of fact, Bishop was the type of man who should never have gone in for murder. No, too many risks. He should have specialized in arson. That's always a surefire undertaking.
Closing the door on Inner Sanctum, tonight's performance in the Mystery Playhouse. It's late, Creed, so good night. Sleep tight.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please. Today's story, written and directed by Willis Cooper and featuring Ernest Chappell, is called I Remember Tomorrow. Could you tell me the time, please? Oh, thank you. I didn't see the clock. Thank you very much. I just wanted to see how much more time I have before a certain thing happens. I wanted to see if I have time enough to tell you what's going to happen, because certain things should be done after it happens, you see. And I'm rather afraid that it'll be up to you to do them. I won't be here. Let me see, Howard, I'd better start there. Perhaps it would be best if I gave you their descriptions. The three men, I mean. You'll forgive me if I sound a little confused occasionally. I've so many things to remember, and so little time to remember them all. Oh, yes, the descriptions. There are three of them. Lauterbach, he's about medium size, probably 40 years old, has red hair and a heavy red mustache. Lauterbach seems to be the boss, or perhaps I should say leader. And the second one is Greg. Greg is a large man, stocky, I should imagine we'd call him. He's around 50, smooth-shaven, has sandy hair just turning gray. And Frank, I'm afraid I don't know his last name. Frank is all I've heard him called by the others, and I'm certain that's his first name. Frank wears glasses with heavy bows. He has black, thin hair, and is young compared to the others, 24 or 5, I should say. They're all very dangerous men, I'm afraid. Of course, I didn't realize at first that they were dangerous men, but the events of the past few days have demonstrated to me that they are. And as I shall show you in a few moments, I now have incontrovertible proof that they're extremely dangerous. It is quite fortunate for you that they do not know I am talking to you. However, if you will do exactly as I ask you, I feel reasonably sure that there will be no serious result for you. For myself, I already know the outcome, and it is quite impossible to change that. But your task is to bring justice, to justice the men who murdered me. Or should I say, the men who are about to murder me. Let me start from the beginning, as we'll enough time. My name is Garrett Faber. I am by profession what careless newspaper writers call a scientist. By avocation, I am a gambler. A singularly inept and unfortunate gambler, not an enthusiastic one. In addition, I am afraid I drink. Perhaps my ill-fortunate cards may be in a way traceable to my propensity for martinis, or conversely, it may be that I drink excessively to get the sums of money I lose at cards. That could be with a martini now. Unfortunately, I shall have to wait until our colloquy is over. I left a large pitcher of martinis on this table yesterday when I left, and I see by the empty pitcher that I drank its contents. As a matter of fact, I believe Frank did say I was finishing the pitcher when he killed me. Therefore, I have at least this consolation that the martinis will be waiting for me when I get back to yesterday, even if I am to be murdered as I finish them. It's an interesting thought. I know it sounds like what Lauterbach calls double talk, doesn't it? But you'll understand it all presently if you listen carefully. I find many interesting subjects for thought in this room. One of them is the partially dried stains on the carpet. Stains, blood stains. Where I fell. May I look at the carpet again? That's the first. 1 month ago today, 1 month ago yesterday, I was sitting in a certain saloon. I was quite thirsty. It was a warm day, and I unfortunately had no money for the purchase of any kind of liquid refreshment. My wife deplores my habit of waiting around in the saloon for an acquaintance to come in and buy me a drink, of course, but she deplores so many of my habits that I... are you married? Hope you understand. Well, it seems my acquaintances had other things to do that afternoon, and I had appeared was doomed to sit and perspire and envy the more fortunate patrons of the saloon who had the wherewithal that I lacked. I had about given up in despair when a voice at my shoulder
Aren't you Dr. Garrett Faber?
With some surprise, I answered it. I am afraid you have somewhat the advantage of me, sir.
My name is Johnny Lauterbach, Dr. Faber. This is Mr. Gregg.
How do you do, sir?
And Frank, meet Dr. Faber.
Please meet you.
Dr. Faber, will you have a drink with us?
Needless to say, I accepted your pleasure. There was a time when I did not so readily drink with strangers, but, well, perhaps it was a kind of conditioning of my mind that led me to assume that these men were casual acquaintances whom I did not instantly remember. At any rate, the afternoon wore on, and we did become better acquainted.
How about another double martini, Dr. Faber?
Drink up, Doctor. More martinis on the way.
Let me buy one for the doc. Hey, Patty, another double martini.
And I am afraid that was the last I remembered of that afternoon. The next morning, however, I recall distinctly, I had a transcendental hangover. And I was not at home. My 3 drinking companions were still with me.
John E. Lauterbach.
Mr. Gregg and Frank. Mr. Lauterbach was good enough to produce a bottle of something, from which he poured me a large tumblerful. I drank it gratefully, and the dark clouds in the room dispersed away. A second tumblerful, and Dr. Faber was almost himself again, as that condition might be. I reached for a third glass of whatever.
That's enough for now, Dr. Faber.
One more and you'd be on your ear again.
You feel all right now.
Yes, but I am a trifle foggy. Could one of you tell me where we are?
Where we are isn't very important right now, Dr. Faber.
It's where we're going to be, Doctor. Yes. I'm afraid I don't quite understand.
I'll tell you, Dr. Faber.
Yes, you talk, Mr. Lauterbach. Sure, we'll listen.
Well, now, Doctor, you used to be one of the most brilliant physicists in the business.
I once had a reputation. Yes.
But bottles and that racket doesn't seem to mix.
I can testify, my friend, to the truth of that statement.
You haven't had a job in quite some time, have you?
Not in quite some time. The gentleman thinking of offering me a job?
He might.
A temporary job with a lot of dough attached.
Would this be an honest job?
It would require laying off hard liquor for a while.
And staying out of sight. And a payoff that'll kill you, Doc.
May I know more about this job?
Doctor, listen. We're not screwy.
Yes?
We know something about your work in the past.
Well, I understand then why you use the word screwy. You may remember that the character of my work was the cause of my dismissal from the university.
It's probably what put you on the bottle.
Quite.
We don't care about that, Doc.
Thank you, Frank. You are, Mr. Lauterbach.
Well, again, you were investigating time and face relationship. That's the scientific name for it?
That's essentially correct. The university took a rather dim view of some of the reports of my work that appeared in the public print.
I remember that. They kidded the pants off you.
They did that indeed.
But we think you're on the up and up, Dr. Faber.
Well, no, I'm most assuredly very grateful. That's why we want you to do this job for us. You ought to do it standing on your head, Doc.
I'm afraid you haven't told me yet just what the job consists of. Perhaps I can't do it. Perhaps I should telephone my wife.
We phoned her.
Oh, you did?
We told her you'd be busy on a new project for a few weeks and couldn't get home.
You also mailed her $200. Your retaining fee, see?
You will be very happy to receive the money. I'm afraid I haven't been able to supply her any for some time.
We figured you'd take the job, Doctor.
$200 is not much of an investment. Not when you figured against what this job will make for us.
Gentlemen, I'm still in the dark.
Well,
Mr. Lauterbach will explain it to you. Yeah. Go on, Mr. Lauterbach.
Dr. Faber, according to your experiments and stuff, time is, what you said, relative.
That's correct, sir.
You said it's something like air or water, didn't you?
Well, that needs a little amplification.
You said you could move around in time, like you move around in air and water and stuff.
In theory, gentlemen, I believe that possible.
That's fine. Could you prove that theory, Dr. Faber?
I was dismissed from the university before I had an opportunity to do so, Mr. Drake.
You could prove it, though, huh?
I have reason to believe that I could. Yes. Might I ask the purpose of this discussion, gentlemen?
Why, sure, Doctor.
Certainly, Dr. Faber. Sure. We want you to make a time machine for us, Doc.
Frankly, I was traveling. You gentlemen hardly seem the type who could conceive of a time machine, much less casually order one. I hesitated. I said I wasn't sure I could do it.
You can do it all right, Dr.
I said it would cost a great deal of money.
We'll get up the money, Doctor.
I said it would require considerable time.
We can wait, Doc. The payoff's good enough. We can wait a long time.
And so I naturally asked about this payoff.
Have a small drink, Doctor.
Obviously, I accepted the challenge. Obviously, I constructed a time machine. Otherwise, how could I be talking to you from tomorrow? How could I be speaking to you at 10:13 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time on Monday, July 28th? And you are as obviously listening to me at 10:13 on Sunday, July 27th. I don't know where you are. Of course, you may be listening to me in another time zone, perhaps at 6:13 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 7:13 Mountain Time. You see, don't you, that time is relative? That's the whole secret of time. I'm not going to detail the machine. To me, it is relatively simple, although it's immensely complicated as you can imagine. The machine lies before me on the table here, or rather, fragile little device looking something like a camera. But its fragility is deceptive. It cannot be destroyed. Now, observe here. Here is a hammer. Nothing whatever happened. And for a very excellent reason. The machine cannot be destroyed now. Tomorrow, because it must go back with me before long to what is today, to you. If I could destroy it now, it would be impossible for it to go back, and the whole experiment would have become impossible. You follow me? So in the night. I have some things to show you. Let me go back to the afternoon when I first was certain that I had a rudimentary time machine that would actually work. I had consumed a great deal of liquor. Mr. Lauterbach and his friends were very generous, and I found, strangely enough, that drinking did not seem to affect my workmanship or my thinking. Well, perhaps it did. Perhaps without it I might not have been able to build the device I already regretted not to. It is too late now. It works, and it has already performed its function. My, shall I say, sponsors were most curious that afternoon.
How are you going to prove it works, Dr. Faber?
Send something into the future? Send what? Not me.
I rather think we will try an inanimate object first, gentlemen.
The pencil there.
Yes, the pencil. Can't hurt a pencil.
Well, if this works.
If it works. Oh, man.
How long will it be gone?
For the purpose of the demonstration, I shall send it away for, only a few seconds.
How far away?
Shall we say, tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Very well.
That's far enough.
Very well, tomorrow. 5 seconds. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Sure. Watch then.
It's gone.
Now watch. 1 second. 2, 3, 4, 5.
There it is again. Let's see it.
Doesn't seem to be changed.
It isn't.
Well, why should it be?
Listen, how do we know that pencil was in tomorrow?
Well, we don't, Frank.
Well,
where was it?
Well, yeah?
Yeah.
But how are we going to know? Tell me that, Doc. How are we going to know?
We'll have to send somebody who can come back and report.
Who's that going to be, Dr. Faber?
Not me. Not me.
Doctor, will you have a drink?
I will have a drink. I will have 2 drinks. I will have a large number of drinks. I will listen to your argument.
You invented it, Doctor. You know more about it than we do.
I will drink again and shake my head solemnly at your importunities, gentlemen.
One of us might bust the thing, you know. Go on, Doc. We have to know for sure.
Because I don't quite trust you, gentlemen. I don't know what you are up to, but slowly the suspicion grows in my alcoholic mind that you want this instrument for no good. And if I do use it and travel into tomorrow, I shall do it alone when none of you are about. I can be crafty and cunning myself, gentlemen, as crafty and cunning as I suspect you are. And I shall do my first exploring alone. Then deliberately I set out to drink myself into a condition where I shall be of no use whatever to my patrons, and their voices wavered off in a haze of my own making.
Take that bottle away from him, somebody. You gave it to him, Loudify. Don't use fooling away now.
But then, after a while, it was night, and my head was reasonably clear, and I was locked in my room, and Loudify and Greg and Frank were, I assumed, peacefully sleeping, and that was my time. That was the time to look at tomorrow. I looked at the calendar on the table. It said Thursday, July 3rd. I looked at the clock, 11:34 p.m. I fastened the chain on the door, and I turned on a small light at the table. And then I attached the time machine to my wrist. Carefully, I set it for 1 month ahead. Carefully, I set the dial to allow me 5 minutes in the future. And with a last swift look around, I pressed the release. It was not an unpleasant sensation. The room was dark. The light I had just turned on was out. I reached for the switch to turn it on again, and I was startled nearly out of my senses. Lights flashed outside. They seemed to be coming from the sky above, and the air was heavy with crashing sound. Had I made an error in calculation? Was I the only witness of atomic destruction? I rushed to the window. The lights continued to flash. Rockets, a pyrotechnic display of glorious sound and color. I watched it in terror for a moment. Then I remembered. I had only a few minutes. Back to the table, turned on the light, and the desk calendar glared up at me. Friday, July 4th. That was it. I had made an error. I thought I'd set the machine for a month ahead, but it was only for a day. It was tomorrow. My watch ticked on. The evening paper lay on the table. The date July 4th, 1947. And I had my proof. I snatched up the paper and stuffed it in the pocket, and the fireworks outside died away. And the watch ticked on. And suddenly, I was back. July 3rd, 1947, said the calendar pad. I had succeeded. I had seen tomorrow today. And I had my proof. I reached for tomorrow's newspaper. There was no paper. Or perhaps I dropped it on the floor. No, there was no paper. There was no proof. I tried again with the machine. I found out some things. No matter how I set it, it would only go to the next day. Perhaps there's some kind of providence that prevents man from seeing too far into the future. And I found out something else. It was impossible to bring back anything from the future. I tried it with a newspaper. I tried it with a dozen other tangible things. But I was always empty-handed when I returned. Now, my friends didn't know this. They didn't know anything about all the tomorrows I had seen. I was determined to find out what use they intended to make of my machine first. And I found out. I had held out against testing the machine in their presence so far as they knew I'd never tried it. And they kept after me, day after day. And at last, I set my price. And what do you want to use this machine for, gentlemen?
Shall I tell him, Greg?
Might as well, I guess.
What about you, Frank?
Yeah, you find out anyway.
Well, I shall not test it, gentlemen, until I know.
What if we hooked it up and sent you out anyway?
Yeah, whether you want to or not.
How about that?
It wouldn't work, gentlemen.
What?
You don't think I'm quite a fool, do you?
What do you mean, Faber?
I haven't shown you everything about its operation yet.
Okay. Tell him, Mr. Lauterbach.
You appear to have us more or less over a barrel, Doctor.
Thank you.
So, we're going to make a lot of money with it.
You said that. How?
Very simple.
Too simple, Doc.
Dr. Faber, we intend to step into the future, knock over a few banks...
And come back to today with the money.
You see, Doc?
Yes, but you can't...
But what?
I didn't tell them what I had discovered. I didn't tell them my machine could move no farther into the future than 24 hours. And I didn't tell them that they could bring nothing back with them. Even if I'd sympathized with their remarkable scheme, I didn't dare tell them. I was caught. They'd find out sometime, then what? It was a good scheme, wasn't it? But, of course, there are physical laws that cannot be violated. If you take something from the future and bring it back to today, then it never existed in the future. Figure it out for yourself. It doesn't take a doctor's philosophy to work it out. So that was it. Now I had to demonstrate whether I wanted to or not. I thought fast. Perhaps I could set the machine so I could stay indefinitely in the future. I studied it hard. I thought I could do it. And they watched me. That was yesterday, today. Today to them. And yesterday to me. It was nearly half an hour ago. Or if I trust the calendar, 24.5 hours ago. I set the machine for an indefinite stay in tomorrow. And they watched me curiously. They said,
"Bring us back tomorrow's paper, Doctor."
Don't stay too long.
Hurry back, Doc.
And Frank laughed as I pressed the release. Now it's tomorrow here. And you've got to help me. Because I can't stay here indefinitely. I'm going back. The machine works automatically. It'll take me back whether I want to go or not. You want to know how I know? Well, a little while ago I was sitting here alone. Tomorrow's paper was on the table beside me. And the door opened and they walked in. I spoke to them. Hello. They walked on in, paying no attention.
You better get that blood cleaned up, Frank.
Yeah, it's too easy to spot.
I'll get at it again.
I looked down. There was a blood spot on the carpet near where I was sitting. I spoke again. Where did the blood come from, Mr. Lauterbach?
Now we know the thing works. We've got to get some money.
Oh, it works all right, Mr.
First thing, though, is to get rid of his body.
Whose body, Mr. Lauterbach?
Can't keep it there in the closet forever, you know.
Somebody might come in while we're out.
We'll dump it in the river tonight.
Has somebody been killed, Mr.
Well,
Lauterbach?
anyway, we owe him something.
He got paid off, though.
I sort of like the doc at that.
Liked whom?
I hated to knock him off.
Knock whom off?
Well, we couldn't keep him around after he got the machine working and tested it out for us, could we?
Of course not. He served his purpose.
Are you
I
talking
hated
about...
to do it, though. When he picked up that pitch of martinis and took a big slug, I thought he had a hunch that something was up.
Forget it, Frank.
And he said, I drink to success, gentlemen.
That was yesterday, Frank.
And I knew why they didn't see me or hear me. You know now, too, don't you? I wasn't there. This was tomorrow to them. It was yesterday they killed me when I came back, when I said, I drink to success, gentlemen. I wasn't there in the room when they talked about it. I was dead. So I know now, and you know, I've got to go back. I've got to go back and be killed. Nothing can stop that. I should have known. But you've got to help me. You've got to send the police here. They've got to be captured before they can use my machine. Think what they can do with it. And they're murderers. They murdered me. You will help, won't you? Oh, yes, you will. Yes, you will. I know you will, friend. You did help. Yes, you did. It says so right here in tomorrow's paper. Look. You've got to help. They can do so many terrible things with my machine. No, I know they can't bring anything back from tomorrow with them, but they can kill. You will help. Let me read you what tomorrow's paper says about what you did. Oh, I'm afraid I didn't read it all the first time. I'm sorry. No, I'm terribly sorry. But, well, listen. Die this afternoon as a result of wounds suffered in the capture of the 3 men. That's you, friend. That's you that's to be killed tomorrow trying to help me. No, you can't change it. You can't change it any more than I can. My machine is buzzing again. I'm going back. I'll pick up my drink and I'll say, I drink to success, gent.
Well, Doctor, did you make it?
I drink to success, gentlemen.
I Remember Tomorrow, a Quiet Please story written and directed by Willis Cooper. The man who spoke to you was Ernest Chappell.
And Frederick Bell played Lauterbach. Kermit Murdoch was heard as Greg, and Frank Dane was Frank. The music was composed and played by Gene Perazzo. Now, for a word about next week's story on Quiet Please, here is our writer-director, Willis Cooper.
Next week's Quiet Please story about a man and a murder is called Inquest.
And so, until next week at this time, I am quietly yours, Ernest Chappell.
This program came to you from New York. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
No. No, stay where you are. Do not break the stillness of this moment. For this is a time of mystery. A time when imagination is free and moves forward swiftly, silently. This is the haunting hour. Sinister Estate.
No, Mr. Tilton, your son's fears are not imaginary. They are as real to him as a dagger pointed at his heart. We doctors recognize that today. 20 years ago, we might have felt as you do now.
But Roger seems so normal in every other respect, Doctor. Like any other lad of 19.
Mr. Tilton, your son is suffering from fear of open spaces. To Roger, the world outside your estate, Manor Park, is filled with terror.
Doctor, please, I'll put my whole fortune at your disposal if you can only cure him.
I'm sorry, Mr. Tilton, your millions will not help. Someday, perhaps, he may be able to cure himself. Someday, perhaps, he may not fear to leave the gates that surround Manor Park.
And if not?
Roger will have to live on the estate until he dies.
Amos, I came here to your office to face facts. I won't live much longer.
Gerard Tilton, you'll reach 100 for sure.
Don't be ridiculous. Roger's illness has cut 25 years from my life in a few short months. It's time that you drew up another will for me.
Very well. What do you want in it?
My entire fortune is to go for the upkeep of Manor Park until Roger is well, or until he dies.
And what about his brothers, Charles and Edward?
I can't risk Roger being without a home and companions. They will share only after he dies or is cured. And then only if Charles and Edward live on the estate with their younger brother and never go outside the gates.
I see. And who is to administer the estate, Gerard?
Amos Hull.
Gerard!
I leave it in your trust completely.
But, Abby, please be patient.
I've been patient, Charles, and I'm through being patient.
Perhaps in a little while.
A little while. It's 18 years since your father died. 17 years since Uncle Amos first brought me to visit the poor Tilton boys cooped up on Manor Park Estate. It's 15 years since we were engaged.
Abby.
I love you, Charles. But the years are flying too fast.
But, Abby, you know my father's will. I have to stay here at Manor Park with Roger. You'll have to marry me and live here. We've been through this 100 times.
I'd rather die than stay here.
Abby, please.
This isn't a home, it's a prison. The very trees around us here seem to shut us in. This gate, it's a prison gate. No one really wants to be here. Roger is chained by his own fears. Edward and you are fettered by your greediness.
Greediness?
Yes. Other men would have gone out and earned their own living instead of sitting here waiting for Roger to die.
Abby, I'm not greedy, but how can I think of leaving? I'm 42, not a lick of business experience.
Oh, Charles, you'll just have to solve these problems for yourself. I'm tired. I'm desperately tired. You know how I feel. I've told you in the plainest words I know. Make up your mind, Charles. By tomorrow. I'll come back then to hear your answer.
Miss was right. Higgins, you were behind the trees, eavesdropping. Can't I have any privacy?
I'm only a gardener, but I do know something about the world. It's money that makes you Tiltons bitter and full of hate.
Mind your own business.
Did you ever consider the flowers, for instance, Mr. Charles? Flowers are good people.
Oh, shut up. Go back to your silly flowers. I'm going into the house.
Shut up, he says. But he's got no manners. Now take my daffodils. Top of the morning, Mr. Higgins, they say to me. That's real manners, that is. People. It'd better if they was all in their graves to feed the flowers.
I don't like to walk down here, Charles. It's too near the gates.
Now, don't worry, Roger. It's safe here, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, of course, but not out there. You're rather smug, aren't you, Charles? You feel quite contemptuous of me, don't you? Healthy people never really understand those who are ill, no matter how sympathetic they are. And you're not even sympathetic towards me.
Oh, it's nothing like that at all. It's just that... Well, you're no fool. You know there's nothing out there.
I just can't step beyond the gates, Charles, that's all.
Now, look. We're standing almost on the boundary of the estate. Feel safe?
Yes.
Then take one more step.
No.
Come on, Roger. Just one more step. Just to prove there's no harm.
Oh, that's impossible. I can't do it.
Ah, you stubborn fool. You were right before. I am contemptuous of you. Your sickness would have been cured a long time ago if it weren't pampered. But I'm tired of pampering it. And tired to death of your being an invalid. All your life you've had your own way. Now, this time, for once, you're going to do what someone tells you. You're going over the boundary line if I have to carry you.
Stop shoving me, Charles. Now, you're behaving like a man.
Come on, get going.
No, stop it, Charles. Stop it. I won't go over. You can't make me. They mistake, Charles. Stop it.
Charles Tilton, what are you doing?
He's getting what he deserves. A grown man chaining himself to a few acres of earth just because he's stubborn. That's all it is. It makes me sick.
Don't mind what Charles says, Roger. Mr. Howell is going to hear about this.
Now, Charles, let's be perfectly clear about this. As long as I am administrator, your father's wishes are going to be carried out to the letter.
But not to the spirit, Mr. Hull. If my father were alive, he'd be spending money to have Roger cured, not forcing my brother Edward and me to waste our lives in confinement.
But Roger is incurable. The doctor said so 20 years ago.
All medical science has advanced since then.
Yes, no doubt you were practicing advanced medical science when your Aunt Mildred stopped you this morning. No, Charles. Administering the Tilton estate takes too much of my time for me to go chasing these scientific will-o'-the-wisps.
I know why you don't care to cure Roger. As long as he's ill, you have the estate to administer.
Don't be impertinent.
I'd still like an accounting. And so would Edward.
I didn't come here to discuss what you and Edward want. But I'll tell you this. One more attempt to force Roger from these grounds, and both your rights to the estate will be forfeit.
So old man Hull gave you a dressing down, Charles?
Yes, Edward. I don't know what to do. Through all these horrible years, only the thought of Abby has kept me going, and now she's going to leave me unless I can find a solution by tomorrow.
Why wait until tomorrow? Perhaps we can work out a solution tonight.
Wait a minute, Edward. If you're planning...
Listen to me, Charles. Haven't you had enough of this birdcage life? Aren't you sick to the teeth of Roger and the whole setup?
But what can we do?
I may need your help, Charles. I demand your help. The happiness of three of us is involved. You, me, and Abby.
But what are you planning?
We get the money if he is cured, or if he dies. You tried curing him.
I won't do it. I can't do it.
Why not? You hate him, don't you?
But Roger's our brother. I can't let you do it.
Do you realize, Charles, that you and I haven't been outside the gates for almost 20 years?
I'm not going to rot in Manor Park for the rest of my life. And remember, if you blab out anything about this, I'll take care of you, too. Understand?
I understand, Edward.
Now, get that scared look off your face. We're going outside as if nothing had happened.
Outside?
Open the door, Charles.
The door? Yes. All right, Ed.
Roger, how long have you been standing there?
Just a few minutes, Edward.
Nice of you to drive me to Manor Park, Uncle Amos.
Coincidence. Business to attend to, Abby.
I can hardly imagine anyone's going there for pleasure.
Why say that?
Well, I'm going there because Charles has promised me an answer today, and you're going on business.
So?
We're not going to Manor Park because we want to relax. How can anyone relax at Manor Park? Everybody who has anything to do with the place seems poisoned, polluted by it.
Oh, nonsense. Manor Park is as good a place to relax as any.
I wish I could feel that way, Uncle, but I can't. I hope I never have to come out here again.
Well, different folks have different feelings. Here we are. Abby, be a good girl and open the gates while I drive through.
Of course.
Hop in now, Abby. I'll drive you to the main house.
No, I'll wait here. I can't stand this place. It gives me the shivers. You tell Charles I'm waiting for him, just inside the gate.
Well, all right, Abby.
Have you seen Roger, Abby?
No, Aunt Mildred, I haven't.
I've been looking for him all over.
Oh, Roger wouldn't be down near the gate. I'm waiting for Mr. Charles.
I wish I could find Roger.
Have you seen Charles recently?
I wonder what Roger's up to now.
Oh, can't anyone around here even answer a civil question? I can't stand it. I can't stand it, Aunt Mildred.
Why, Abby?
Tell Charles that if he wants to see me, he'll have to come outside. I'm not going to stay in Manor Park 1 minute longer. Do you hear? Do you hear? I'll be waiting outside the gate here. Tell him that. Charles. Oh, Charles. Charles. What are you doing lying out here in the wet grass? Charles. Charles! Charles!
On the sinister estate of Manor Park, a legacy and the terror of the unknown hold imprisoned a strange group of people. As we return to their story, Higgins, the gardener, is talking to his flowers.
People are supposed to be something special. But for my part, I'd much rather be with you, Flowers. Now take the people here on Manor Park Estate where I garden. Old man Tilton left Manor Park to Roger. He can't go out of the place because he's feared. Never knew a flower to fear anything. Now, Charles and Edward, Roger's brothers, didn't like that because they wanted part of the money. Ever heard of a flower wanting money? I guess Abby Hull knew what she was doing when she told Charles to make up his mind as to whether he wanted to marry her or have his share in the estate. but she must have loved him pretty good. Because she was broke up quite a bit when she found his body out there on the road, outside the estate.
I saw him lying right outside the gate there in the grass, Edward. I knelt down, and then I found he was dead.
Well,
He was murdered, Edward. I'm sure of it.
no need to worry, Abby. Your uncle will arrange to have him buried.
Edward. Edward, I'm talking about your own brother. He was murdered.
It will be a quiet funeral. No one need ever know.
How can you be so callous about Charles's death?
What do you want me to do about it? Wail and beat my breast?
No, but
I can't bring him back to life, can I?
I don't think you wanted him alive.
He was a fool. Sooner or later, fools die. Doesn't matter when
Or how.
or how.
Or who caused the death, Edward.
Of course.
It matters to me. Charles was trying to free himself from Manor Park because I insisted.
He's free of it now. You don't have any reason to complain?
I don't intend to complain. With or without your help, I'm going to find Charles's murderer. And I don't think I'll have to look too far.
There, Abby. Now, this thing out at Manor Park will blow over. After a while, you'll feel better. Stay in town here. Try to forget.
I don't want to feel better, Uncle Amos. I don't want to forget. Not until I found out who murdered my poor Charles.
Well, aren't you being a little hasty, assuming that it was murder?
What else?
Suicide, perhaps. Or an accident. Who'd want to kill Charles, anyway?
I don't know. Yet. But I'm going to find out. I can't understand why Edward won't help me.
Death in the family doesn't change a man's nature.
It's not just his selfishness. He was trying to discourage me from investigating.
Well, that's nothing. So was I. How about Roger? Did you ask him any questions?
No.
Why not?
He couldn't have had anything to do with it. I found Charles outside. That rules out Roger.
Does it?
Uncle Amos, I think I'd better get in touch with the police.
No, I'd wait until I found some real clues, Abby. Otherwise, they'll treat you as though you were a crank.
You're right. Edward won't like it. But I'm going back to Manor Park. I'm going to examine that place firsthand.
Excellent. I expect to be at Manor Park tonight. Perhaps I can help.
Oh, would you please, Uncle Amos? Please.
Well, now...
Now, please.
First, I have to attend to the burial arrangements. After that, I'll help you. Let's make it after dinner tonight, around 10.
Oh, thank you, Uncle, thank you. I've got some questions I'd like to ask Edward Tilton. I'll go out there immediately.
Hello, Abby. When did you get here?
Just 10 minutes ago, Roger. I was up in my room unpacking.
Well, make yourself at home. All the comforts of Manor Park are yours.
Oh, Roger, must you go?
Yes, Aunt Mildred's waiting for me in the garden. Thought we'd take a walk before it gets too dark.
Oh, Roger, can't you stay just a moment? I must talk to you.
Well, all right. It's just a second.
It's about Edward.
Oh?
I have a feeling that he's concealing some information. I want to talk to him very badly, but he's avoiding me. I haven't seen him since I've arrived.
I don't think you'll be able to talk to Edward, Abby.
Well, why shouldn't I be able to talk to him?
Very simple. My brother Edward has disappeared.
Roger, don't wander too far away in the dark.
No, Aunt Mildred. I'll just sit down here under this tree.
All right, dear.
Aunt Mildred, do you know who killed Charles?
No, Roger, I don't.
Are you sure you don't know?
Of course, I'm sure.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you, Aunt Mildred?
You know I wouldn't, Roger.
Do you think anybody else knows who killed Charles?
Roger, be quiet. You never can tell who's listening.
Do you think anybody knows?
The one who did it knows.
Yes, he knows. That's right, he knows.
Where are you going, Roger? Be careful, dear. It's dark.
I have a flashlight. I'm just going down towards the road, Aunt Mildred. Just going down towards the road.
Everything all right, ma'am?
Mr. Higgins, were you eavesdropping on my boy?
I never listen to what humans say. It ain't worthwhile.
You didn't hear what he said about the killing, did you?
Which killing?
There's only been one.
Two.
Who's the other one?
I don't know.
Nonsense. If you really knew someone was killed, you'd know who it was, Mr. Higgins.
Not if the body were in a flower bed, ma'am.
What?
My spading fork uncovered the legs.
Yes?
But I've already planted some flowers over there.
You're ninny.
Ninny, am I? I'm not going to rearrange my flowers just because of some worthless corpse.
Oh, of course. Of course. Tell me, Mr. Higgins, which flower bed was disturbed?
The one between the fountain and the hydrangeas.
Inside Manor Park?
Yes, Miss Randolph.
Inside the park. Oh, Roger. Roger, my poor nephew. You shouldn't have done it.
What is it?
It's me, Miss Abby Higgins.
What do you want?
Something terrible has happened.
Uncle Amos, he's been killed.
No, miss. Say that.
Who is it then?
Can't tell you through this door.
Oh, one moment, I'll open it. Come in quickly.
Yes, Miss Abby.
Now, tell me everything.
Miss Abby, tell your uncle that he'll have to get another gardener for the estate.
My uncle won't arrive until 10 this evening.
Tell your uncle in the morning, then.
Higgins, you didn't come rushing in here just to tell me you're quitting.
I can't stay any longer after what's happened.
What has happened, Higgins?
They took my shovel.
Yes?
It was murder, that's what it was.
Higgins, murder?
Yes, come outside with me, Miss Abby. I'll show you.
Can't you just tell me about it?
No. You've got to come outside.
Higgins, you hated Charles and Edward, didn't you?
Yes, miss.
You don't like anyone or anything except your flowers.
People are no good.
I see what you're trying to do. You want to get me to come outside, and then you're going to kill me. Just like you killed Charles and Edward.
How did you know that Edward was dead?
I'm right. You did kill them.
No, Miss Abby, no, I ain't killed no one yet.
But you're going to kill me, aren't you?
No, ma'am, I hadn't thought to. All I want is to have them two punished.
What?
Roger and his aunt. They dug up all the flowers I planted, all of those beautiful flowers. It was murder. Come outside, Miss Abby, I'll show you.
Oh, Higgins, don't be so ridiculous. Why would they want to dig up your flowers in the middle of the night?
To get hold of Edward Tilton's body. It was buried there in the flower bed.
In the flower bed?
Yes, I saw them dump the corpse into a wheelbarrow, and then they went toward the main gate.
All right, Higgins. Keep walking ahead of me.
Yes, ma'am, we'll soon catch up to them.
You keep moving. If you make one step towards me, Higgins, I'll scream.
The wheelbarrow.
Hurry.
Yes, ma'am.
Hurry, get behind
just,
the hedge.
Yes, they're just inside the gate.
Quiet.
Roger, you'd better rest a while.
It isn't so heavy, Aunt Mildred.
I can see them now, Higgins. Be careful.
Yes, ma'am.
Put it down here, Roger, and I'll push it beyond the gate.
All right.
It mustn't be found on the grounds, Roger. You know that. It mustn't be found.
Can you see what she's doing, Higgins?
Pretty well, ma'am. She's got the whole Nyanza filled up.
Oh, my uncle will be here soon, I hope.
When he comes, we'll have to track down Roger.
That's right. I'd feel much safer here in the dark if I knew where he was.
Well, he can't be wandering far. He's somewhere inside the park for sure.
Who's that?
Someone else here, and I don't like it.
Wait a minute. I can see him now. Oh, it's Uncle Amos.
All right, Mildred. Drop the shovel and keep your hands up.
Amos, Huddle. I can explain this, Amos. I didn't have anything to do with it. I don't know who did.
Save your explanations. There's no one here to listen to them.
Very well, Amos. I'll tell them to the police. I'll make them understand.
I'm afraid you won't get to see the police, Mildred.
What do you mean?
The only one who's going to see the police is Roger, when they arrest him for the murder of his two brothers and you. Come along. Move over near that hole you were digging.
What?
Very considerate of you to dig your own grave. Saves me the trouble.
So it was you all the time. You planned it all, didn't you?
Go ahead and rave, Mildred. No one will hear you.
Roger!
Roger won't come out here. You know he wouldn't move out of Manor Park to save his life.
Wouldn't he? Now, drop that gun, Amos. Drop it.
Don't let him go. I'll get his gun.
Oh, don't get out.
You can let him go now, Roger. I'll shoot if he tries anything.
Come on, Higgins. We may be able to help.
Give me the gun, Aunt Mildred. There. I've got you covered, Amos Hull.
I don't understand. I thought you couldn't leave the estate, Roger.
I know you did. Well, it's been a long time since I've really been afraid. Will you call the police, Aunt Mildred?
Roger, why did you pretend to be afraid to cross the boundary? Why didn't you let us know you were well?
If I had let you know I was cured of my illness, I'd have collected only 1/3 of the estate. Now I can have it all.
shadows and stillness, mystery weaves a spell of strangest fascination, charging the mind with doubt and fear. For mystery is a strange companion, a living memory in the haunting hour.